the scene. A judge in Georgia has dismissed the last pending criminal prosecution against President Trump, this one involving attempts to overturn the 2020 election. CBS's Scott McFarland has that.
This case was charged in August 2023, the same time period in which the federal case was filed against then former President Trump by the special counsel Jack Smith, alleging something quite similar, that there was a conspiracy to overturn an election. But the local prosecutor who picked up this case a few days ago, because the previous prosecutor, Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis, was disqualified, determined that a dismissal is warranted and asked a judge to dismiss the case, and the judge promptly did so.
A plea deal appears unlikely for a Wisconsin judge accused of helping an illegal immigrant evade arrest. Heather Bosch reports.
A federal judge says jury selection will begin December 11th for the trial of Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Duggan. She was set to hear a case involving 31-year-old Eduardo Flores Ruiz, but when she found out federal agents were outside her courtroom ready to arrest him, she allegedly let him out a back door. Agents caught and deported him. Her attorneys say Duggan was acting in her official capacity as a judge, and she's innocent. Heather Bosch, CBS News.
A senior Kremlin official confirms President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff will visit Moscow next week to discuss the peace plan with Ukraine. Here's Natalie Brand.
We are hearing from the Kremlin kind of lowering expectations that, a peace resolution is close to the final stages. And in fact, Russia's deputy foreign minister in new comments acknowledged the negotiations underway, but at the same time said that there can be no talk of concessions on these key objectives.
The Thanksgiving rush is on. Elijah Westbrook is watching the roads.
Now, another factor that could push even more people behind the wheel are two cross-country storm systems. Many travelers may opt to driving instead of flying if they cause flight cancellations. All of this as air travel is already expected to be busy, with airlines serving a record 31 million passengers this holiday period.
And they're preparing the balloons for New York's Thanksgiving Day parade.
Every single balloon that you'll see in tomorrow's parade is being prepped right now. We are getting all the nets down, all the tenting. We are going to inflate the balloons with helium.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow Jones Industrial's up by 390 points. This is CBS News.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online at steelusa.com or in-store.
A new report shows wonderful numbers for gun violence progress and prevention. We'll tell you more about that in just a moment. But first, Nate Connors has been monitoring your pre-Thanksgiving commute.
Yeah, we're starting to get busy out there. This report brought to you by Mary Bridge Children's Festival of Trees in Tacoma. We're seeing especially heavy volumes between Thurston and Pierce counties right now. South 5 is packed from State Route 512 in Lakewood all the way down to the JBLM main gate. That's a 7-mile backup. Tacoma to Olympia is taking an hour and 10 minutes. Olympia to Tacoma, you've gone up to an hour and 25 minutes, close to an hour delay here, with a solid 8 to 9 mile backup starting near Carpenter Road in Lacey, all the way to Stillicum DuPont Road, where road work continues to block your right lane. Now drivers are heading over to Martin Way and heading north, and that route's quickly filling in as well. And then add to this, it's raining pretty good down there, so drive safe. The last thing we need is a collision in these backups. The Airport Expressway is packed from 518 down to the terminals. Plan on 15 to 20 minutes to make it through this. Linwood to Seattle, 25 minutes. We cleared that earlier crash. South 5 near the West Seattle Bridge, and up in Everett. North 5 at the Union Slough. A crash blocks the right lane. You're backed up to Highway 2. Everett to Marysville is at a half hour. Trees that twinkle, Santa smiles, and stuff of holiday dreams. Join Mary Bridge Children's Festival of Trees this weekend only in Tacoma. Don't miss it. Details at festivalofTreesTacoma.org. KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Jillian Raftery. New numbers show King County is making progress on gun violence. Law enforcement tracked the lowest number of shots fired incidents since before 2021, when violent crime reached an all-time high. King County Prosecutor Lisa Mannion.
And we are working closely with law enforcement to solve non-fatal shootings. I think law enforcement has renewed resources, and while they may not be at perfect staffing levels, they are faring better than they were in 2021.
That drop in shots fired has led to a 65% drop in the number of gunshot victims. New tests of By Heart baby formula found all of the company's products may have been contaminated. KIRO 7 TV's Dee Sun has details.
Lab tests of 36 samples of formula from 3 different lots show that 5 samples contain the type of bacteria that can lead to the rare and potentially deadly illness. The company still has no idea, it says, what caused the outbreak. Anyone who bought the formula dating back to the beginning of August will get a refund.
There are new allegations that BP sat on early information about the Olympic pipeline leak and were not transparent about who discovered that leak. Pipeline Safety Trust, a watchdog group formed after the Olympic pipeline explosion in 1999, claims that BP waited almost a week to tell the public about the jet fuel leak. And Director Bill Karam also tells KIRO 7 TV a farm worker first reported seeing a sheen in a field caused by that leak. But BP says they discovered the leak during routine maintenance.
Well, sadly, it's really common for a member of the public to be the one to find a pipeline leak.
The Washington State Department of Ecology recently fined the Olympic Pipeline Company and BP nearly $4 million for a gasoline spill near Conway in 2023. Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Cloudy skies, highs around 51 today. Periods of rain tomorrow, high of just 50 with overnight lows in the low 40s. It's 48 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery with KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the pre-Thanksgiving Wednesday edition of the Jake and Spike Show. I'm Spike O'Neill. As we mentioned, we gave you a little heads up. Jake Skorheim's taking an extra day. Because when you got to get 4 boys ready for family time at the holidays, you got to start combing hair, tying ties. I so do not envy or
Spike,
do not
you're
miss.
just being really nice.
Why?
Jake decided just to have the day before Thanksgiving off. It's not to get ready for the 4 boys.
I'm trying to help.
You're trying to make him not sound like a slacker.
Oh, you're right.
Hi.
I should drive a bus over the guy who bailed on Laura and I today, leaving us to hold the turkey, as they say, holding the bag.
Welcome to the holidays in radio.
Yeah, welcome. Hi, Ursula. How are you?
Good.
So what happened with G today? How's he?
Oh, this was planned. So he was gone yesterday and today. Yes, exactly.
Well,
exactly. They're entitled to their days off.
They are. I'm just kidding.
It's
I love the guy. I do know this. I do know that the lovely Mrs. Skorheim is a stay-at-home mom, which is a luxury these days. It's hard to have that in the lives these days. So many people find themselves tied to a 2-income way of life, given the economic situations, the whole 9 yards of who we are as a society these days. The stay-at-home mom's a rarity.
I would argue that Jamie has both the most rewarding and the toughest job of all.
Agreed. I was blessed in my radio career that my lovely wife, the truly unpleasant Mrs. O'Neill, was a stay-at-home mom for both our kids.
I wished I could have been a stay-at-home mom. It's one of the things that I think if I had life to do over again, I wouldn't have worked as much as I did during some crucial years for my kids.
This is not what we had scheduled to speak.
No, we haven't.
First off, welcome Ursula Reitine for coming, hanging out after 12. And when I say hanging out after 12, you are always here for hours when your show is over.
I am, because I like to connect with some of our listeners
you do.
who take the time
diving
to
into these
text
folks.
us. Yes, and so I like to respond.
Sorry about what G said. I know.
I don't do that.
But it's great to see your face and spend some time chatting with you. I know it's not what we had scheduled to talk about, but you've had a wonderful career, a fulfilling. And I mean, this isn't a goodbye, but you have put together an incredible body of work, and you've accomplished. Look where you are.
Thank you.
You are a show host in one of the major metropolitan media markets in America.
This really wasn't what we were planning to talk about.
No, but
I've been here a long
this
time.
gold watch.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't trade that for being a stay-at-home mom, right? I mean, that we're asking women, who, stay-at-home daddy or a stay-at-home dad. I'm not that guy. Right? I don't know if I could trade.
That there were days. I have loved my career.
Yeah.
But no, I have actually been here with the exception. I worked in radio for a year in Oregon before coming up here. And so my entire career has been at KIRO Radio. There were times when I would leave, for example, when I would have to go to work and I worked the night shift, I would be at Green Lake and I would see all the moms playing with their kids in the playground or around the lake. Yeah. And I had this sinking feeling like, man, I wish I could just be with my kids all day long instead of having to go into work.
Yeah.
And I just have the utmost respect for women who do opt to stay at home and raise their kids. And I don't think that it's an easy job.
No, it's not. I was unemployed for about a year and a half during the last half dozen years, and I got to spend time at home after being in morning radio for 25 years. Never seeing my kids get up, never making breakfast except for weekends, never driving my kid to school. And when I was unemployed for about a year and a half, my youngest Darby was still in high school, freshman and sophomore years, I believe it was, or sophomore and junior years. And I got to do that on a daily basis. I got to get up and make a lunch and make breakfast and drive my kid to school and bond. And it's amazing. It's a wonderful...
It's a gift.
It is an absolute gift of how you're spending time together.
Not to say that for moms who stay at home or dads, sometimes it can be lonely too.
That's true. Because you feel like you're missing the world outside.
Yes, exactly.
As a parent who's a home parent raising the kids. A homemaker. Is that a derogatory? Is that an antiquated homemaker?
I know that you don't mean any. I think
is it a derogatory term?
I don't think it's derogatory. I think it should be celebrated.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's not. I don't mean it in the dismissive sense at all.
It's with the intent. If you say, "Oh, she's just a homemaker," or "She's just a stay-at-home mom," that's when it's insulting.
Well, then the word "just" is doing a lot of lifting in that sentence.
Exactly.
Yeah, she gets to be.
Yes,
she's lucky enough to be a stay.
Yeah.
I mean, you with regard to Jamie, what a blessing that is. What a gift that is for the family. Good on Jake. For going in there every day and making the bacon, as they say, whatever it is. Well, anyway, so Thanksgiving's upon us. Mm-hmm. Do you have plans with family? Or do you guys scatter to the four corners of your family?
Smaller this year than years past. Yeah. So there will be 8 of us. And
that's smaller than years past? That's still pretty good size.
Remember, I'm one of 5 kids.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So when everyone was alive, I mean, I've lost 2 brothers. I've lost my parents. I've lost my in-laws. So we are in this stage of life where, like, I've got one son in Australia right now. And so we're gathering to put together 8.
Okay. Yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
I hear you.
There was a time when we'd have 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Easy.
I had 16, 18 at my table within a couple of 3-4 years ago.
Yes.
And now my oldest daughter was married this year, but for a couple 3 years now that we've lost them to Thanksgiving.
Wow.
To John's, my son-in-law's side of the family. They go down to Eugene, Oregon, where their family originated, and Grandma was the mayor of Eugene for like 20, 30 years.
Oh, wow. Eugene, my hometown.
And they're all ducks. Mm-hmm. My in-laws are all
Don't
ducks.
say it with such disdain.
I'm getting better.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted to serve duck at Thanksgiving, but I can't do it. So our table's also shrunk. Mm-hmm. It's 6 of us this year, and I had to beg my kid to ask anybody who's staying at school.
I know. We've invited some strays.
Right? Yeah. A Friendsgiving, sort of, for the kids at school. That my kid goes to school within a Cornish that aren't going home for the holidays. They're going to be alone in their dorm building. It's like, please, if you got some friends, invite them over. And we got a couple takers. We've had it in years past. We've done that. And it's wonderful because that discovering new people and new aspects of different lives, and it's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I heard a horrible rumor in the building, and I don't mean to out you. But you're not a fan of Thanksgiving, traditional Thanksgiving foods? Did I hear that right?
You heard it exactly right, because we talked about it on our show, and I liken Thanksgiving dinner to what I would expect to get at a retirement home. And I know that's a horrible take.
No.
But it's
an
like
honest take.
Mushy.
Yeah. Softer palate food.
Softer palate food.
That's
gravy,
cool.
sauces, cranberries.
Okay, fair enough.
Or cafeteria food.
No.
But but elevated.
Okay, cafeteria with love.
So someone texted in and said, "Oh, we bring shrimp scampi for our Thanksgiving." I'm like, okay, now that's a Thanksgiving I would love.
Because Jake was talking this a couple weeks ago. We had this conversation that his family this year is doing something non-traditional. His younger brother now has a family, a firstborn child, and got their first home, so they're hosting. and they want to do a non-traditional Thanksgiving dinner. They're doing like a roast beef or a beast or some kind of.
See, I would love that. I think it's just turkey's too bland.
I can't. It's the
tradition.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's it's. It's
great memories for you.
Yeah, and smells one of the strongest memory inducers.
This is true.
You know, the aroma of kitchen, and I've been looking forward to this.
So, what is your
all year.
favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal? Like, what is your favorite dish of all the things that are served?
Oh, I love a good turkey. I take pride in homemade gravy.
Okay.
You know,
what's the secret of homemade gravy? What's the secret?
It's what you stuff the bird
ingredient?
with. It's what you stuff because you make it out of the drippings. Gravy is the essence of the turkey you cooked. And for me, it's about thyme and rosemary, and it's about some sage into the bird itself, and some fruit, some pear, some orange.
Okay.
Into the fruit itself, a lot of garlic, a lot of butter.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, and then straining that off, whisking that up with some starch, blah blah blah, get it done. And then I'm a liberal salt and pepper guy, but that's what I love.
Yeah.
And I love leftovers. My favorite part of Thanksgiving is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of reigniting Thanksgiving Day. Every time I open the fridge and throw a sandwich together.
But by Saturday or Sunday, I mean that turkey is really dry.
I was telling these guys I rebird on Sunday.
Okay.
I do a couple of breasts.
Oh.
And make those because
Okay.
the sides hang, but you can't eat turkey after a couple of days anyway. There's
That's
a
right.
salmonella factor. You can't.
Right.
Unsafe.
And I heard you also really love cranberries. Or no, you like it straight out of the can with the ridges.
We're going to talk about this afternoon. We a 2:00 hour. We scheduled some tips that your listeners shared. I'm going to share with our audience.
Okay,
but
perfect.
I don't like the fancy. It's got raisins and orange slices, and it's this and it's that, and it's no. I want to open the can and slop it out on the plate. I want it in still cylindrical form, just like I was an astronaut eating in space, man.
Right.
I want. That's what
it.
I love. That kind of gel.
Is it your favorite meal of the entire year?
Yeah, easily, without hesitation, easily.
Easily,
and
not
I love a good steak. I love the Asian cuisine of the Northwest, which I wasn't really exposed to.
Right.
In I was raised in Baltimore. We had Chinese food, and I don't that's what it was.
American
it was
Chinese food.
Straight out of the TV movie world.
Sweet and sour sauce.
That was it. Sauces everywhere. But I love good Thai food. I love good
Sure.
pho. That's become exposed to me later in life. But what we had scheduled to talk about, and I hope we have enough time, is you're making gift baskets. I've seen them at your desk for the last few weeks. What's the story behind that, and why are you doing this?
So, and I told you guys, I mean, I don't want to be tooting my own horn.
No, that's why we're going to do it for you.
But
it bears tooting.
As you know, there are a lot of people who are struggling.
Yes.
And we have a lot of interactions with our listeners, both on the text line, on our G and Ursula Show Facebook page. And it dawned on me that as I might be in a phase of my life where things have been as good as they can be, given everything else that's going on, I know that there are a lot of people who are hurting.
Yeah.
And so the idea was, what is it that we can do to bring a little moment of joy to some of our listeners who are not having the great holiday season or who are struggling, right? I mean, and this was also happening as we were talking about benefits being cut and some people, worried about food on the table, that kind of thing. And I'm like, holidays are coming and a lot of people have lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Or are scraping together money with 2 or 3 jobs.
Right, or the tech sector is closing down jobs, especially here in this town.
Right, exactly. And then illnesses, et cetera. And so we just put it out there, and G and Chef said, we would love to be part of it too. And the idea was to have our listeners nominate someone who they thought was deserving of what we call a moment of joy basket.
Nice.
And so these baskets are filled with things that bring me joy. You know that I am a perfume collector. That's kind of a big thing right now in my life.
Yeah.
I love candles and skincare products and stuff. So it's just self-care stuff.
And that's the kind of stuff people first do without.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they cut from their budget when things get tight.
Right. And then I got some help from some folks that I know who work at Nordstrom and at Bloomie's. And I said, hey, this is something that I would love to do. Can you help me out? Well, we were able to create 20 baskets for listeners. And the nominations, I got to tell you, Spike, were some of the most moving things that I've heard. And just people talking about, other people who have changed their lives or are going through a tough time and could really use a little bit of joy. And I just found out that one of our recipients is a teenage girl. Her mom had nominated her. And between the time that we picked her and I was able to reach her, she just found out her daughter has leukemia. And so I just, it makes me sad.
Yeah.
I also know that it sounds like she has great family support, but to be able to bring a little bit of joy, that's to me,
I love this.
It's almost selfish that I'm doing this because it brings me joy.
Well, okay, great. You be selfish. I mean, and I love the way it's, and there are a lot of great organizations out there that do great work this time of year, especially. And I'm often kind of like, I bemoan the fact that we don't do good charity drives and awareness of those who need a helping hand year round. It's always focused at the holidays, which is fine. Better around the holidays than never at all.
And we have a big event coming up with Treehouse and
Holiday
Magic.
Coming, a couple weeks out.
Honestly, I wanted this to be
smaller. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted it to be self-funded. I didn't want the company to be involved. It was
That's cool.
You know what? If there's something that I can do right now, and like I said, Chef is putting together some food products. He's really good at. Well, his name is Chef.
Yeah, he's got a great background.
So he's going to do some jams, and then G's wife Lillian creates these delicious loaf cakes.
I've seen those. I've enjoyed those. Those are great.
So we're just going to try to bring some joy, and if anything, I hope it inspires other people who may be feeling like I do. Like I feel so fortunate right now. And if there's anything that you can do, even something very small, do it.
Yeah. It's great. I love that it's the little things that people, that's the last thing someone thinks about is self-care.
Yeah.
And the scent of a nice candle or a nice touch of a nice hand cream or some perfumes.
Yes.
And those are the things that whenever someone gets assistance or it benefits from the grace and charity and generosity of others, that's never part of the mix.
It's true. And can I just share one other thing? I haven't actually mentioned it, but I asked my husband and my oldest son if they wanted to be part of it. And instantly they said, absolutely, what can we do? And so it was very sweet. So there's even something from them too.
That's a gift, and you've gotten, like you said, you've gotten more out of this than any of the people that you're benefiting.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like a tool.
I feel really uncomfortable, but.
Do you guys make the other? Of course you do. You give of your bounty this time of year.
Oh, we all do. Donate to our church for years and years and years.
I was able to take part in the World Vision programs over a number of years. I was part of the Bob Rivers Show, and we would go and do child sponsorship drives. And it's been part of our holiday every season now to make sure that we give like a goat, a couple of chickens. You've heard of those programs?
Yes.
And we make sure that we get the catalog in the fall, and we make sure we take that apart because it's amazing the little things you do in any capacity of giving is so instrumental in changing someone's day or life. And this is wonderful what you're doing.
Well, and it's one of the things that we asked on our show today, and the stories were truly moving. And you say that I always like to sit and
interact with your audience. Yeah, you give your time
because they share stories that are so moving to me. And we asked the question, who, if anyone, has shown you a random act of kindness or small or big that really changed the trajectory of your life or just has made such a lasting impact? And the stories that were shared were incredible.
I'm sorry. You got a microphone, Laura. Use it.
Oh, I do. I was just going to say, I'm really excited that Sully is coming up with us next.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
We wanted to, before he comes on, solicit listener texts, and I just want to make sure we had enough time for it.
Well, thank you.
What are your questions for Sully about airport pickups? Because I had a nightmare experience at SeaTac last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so there was
a
problem.
Chris this morning and said, okay, tell me everything you know. And then we thought we could do this brain dump for our listeners.
Oh, love it.
So 888-973-5476. If you've got a scheduled pickup at SeaTac today or tomorrow, next couple days, maybe Sully has a little hack that can help you get through it a little easier. So we'll do that next. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Ursula. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
This hour is brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with 0 investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
Hey, it's John Curley with Dr. Kopstein from K2 Vision RLE. Doc, I heard that 50% of Americans have their lenses replaced by the time they're 75.
That's exactly right, John. As we near 50, our eye's natural lens starts to become dysfunctional. If you've now added readers to your need for glasses and contacts, it's a sign the quality and function of your natural lens is fading, and it's a steady decline towards cataracts.
Don't go another 20-plus years with poor vision, hassling with contacts and readers. Do what I did. Choose a quick, painless refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision RLE and start enjoying great vision now.
Our new lens technology is truly amazing. After replacing over 100,000 lenses, we have the experience to guide each patient to their best solution, even if that's recommending you wait a little while before RLE.
K2 Vision RLE can restore distance and near vision permanently, plus never develop a cataract. Read the reviews and schedule a free Zoom consultation now at k2visionrle.com.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for children in foster care and youth statewide. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Jillian Raftery with continuing coverage this afternoon. We're now told 2 National Guard members have been shot in Washington, D.C. this afternoon. Details are trickling in. The president has now said those who are injured are critically injured. CNN reports the shooting happened downtown. We're told the scene is secure and one person is in custody. That person is being called a suspect and they also are injured. We don't know who that person is or what circumstances led to the shooting. We also don't know that much about the injured Guard members yet. We will bring you breaking updates as we get them on air and on mynorthwest.com. Here at home, 3 schools in Pierce County are on varying levels of lockdown because of a shooting nearby in Midland. The sheriff's office tells KIRO 7 TV this all started with 2 people shooting at each other outside a home on 12th Avenue and 104th Street East in Midland. One person was hurt but is expected to survive. Ford Middle School is on lockdown, and Midland Elementary and Franklin Pierce High School are on modified lockdowns as deputies search for the 2 shooters nearby. SEA is expecting 900,000 travelers this Thanksgiving holiday. However, KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports driving to the airport might cause the longest delays.
Perry Cooper with SEA tells me lines inside the airport pale in comparison to lines of cars outside. There's more traffic during the holidays than any other time.
Everybody wants to meet grandma and grandpa or relatives at the terminal and pick them up in particular.
Cooper's best advice, check your flight status and get to the airport early. Also, during the holidays, parking at SEA will be free for the first 90 minutes to help reduce traffic jams at arrivals. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Cookbook author Marilyn Smith may have invented the post-Thanksgiving tradition that's now being called the fart walk. It's what it sounds like. You go for a walk and allow yourself to, well, you know. She says it's a way to fight off type 2 diabetes.
Walking is helping maintain our blood sugars, keeping them from ricocheting all around.
UW Medicine says these short walks can help regulate blood sugar and help with digestion. Now Smith is watching her hashtag trend as people share their own flatulent fitness journeys.
Yeah, so on my grave, Marilyn Smith, the fart walk inventor.
Gotta love that. Now let's check with Nate Connors, your KIRO News Radio traffic.
All right, Seattle Sports has the update, and JBLM crews wrapped up that road work northbound I-5 at Stillicum DuPont Road, so that opens up the right lane. We're down to a 5-mile backup starting in Lacey. By the time you get in through Nisqually, you're going to be cleared out. Olympia to Tacoma is still about an hour, 10 minutes. South 5, there's still a 6 to 7 mile solid backup between State Route 512 and the main gate. Tacoma to Olympia, hour 20 minutes with more slowing heading into Olympia. Over to the Valley Freeway, give yourself 15 minutes or so to make it through the Pacific Work Zone northbound. Both directions of I-5 are filling in between Fife and State Route 18. We're busy at SeaTac Airport. Traffic is bumper to bumper about halfway down the expressway to the terminals, which is an improvement from a half hour ago. South 5 into Seattle, scattered backups from Northgate in the downtown. Southbound 405, now heavy from South Bellevue down past Coal Creek Parkway. And up in Everett, we cleared that collision north 5 at the Union Slough, and those earlier backups behind it have thinned out. Everett to Marysville, you're down to 20 minutes. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Staying cloudy through this afternoon, but it's going to be rainy tomorrow and cold. High of only 50 degrees with pass mix. That means rain and snow. It's 48 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the pre-Thanksgiving edition of the Jake and Spike Show. I'm Spike O'Neill. Joining us now, as we mentioned, is Chris Sullivan, because Laura had a very troubling, unpleasant experience at SeaTac last night. Traumatic, fair to say. So, Laura, tell us what happened, and Chris, you tell us why.
Okay.
And what I did wrong.
No, you probably didn't do anything wrong. It's crazy time around the SeaTac airport. I mean, it is.
I have never seen it this bad. ever. So I did 2 airport pickups last night, one at 9 o'clock for my cousins and then one at 11:30 for my sister.
Okay, I'm going to write these because I see the first mistake made. But go ahead. I'll write these down.
So 9 o'clock, I sat in a line that when you get off I-5 and you go under that little tunnel and we come out and immediately it's just 2 lines of bumper to bumper traffic. And I go, oh no. I sat in that line for 45 minutes.
Just trying to make it to International Boulevard or to the expressway.
Just trying to make it through. That was sitting straight to pick up at arrivals.
Okay, but I mean, you're going all the way in with 40 minutes. It didn't take you to get to the expressway, the 40 minutes, but that includes going all the way in.
Yeah, that includes going all the way in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That helps.
And the lane starts going away.
Yeah.
I obviously rode the cell phone lot and then tried to merge back in and just sorry. But then that lane that I merged back into also disappeared.
Correct.
I didn't know that there was construction going on. And
Have you not been in the airport the last 5 years?
It was bottlenecking everyone. It feels like really poor timing.
Well, I mean, they're widening the road to try to get the ride shares and the
shuttle
buses out of the main line of traffic. So that's what they're in the process of doing. Plus, they just got done or in the process of still finishing that whole north part of Alaska. And so, yeah, it's been under construction for a while. But yeah, you lose a lot there. I would avoid the expressway if at all possible.
Well, that's what I did at 11 o'clock.
Okay, good.
So I went back and I learned from my mistakes. I went far left all the way down to that Des Moines exit.
Yep.
Whipped back around and then didn't even get off at the SeaTac exit. Took the one before.
That's the first one right after you get back on at Kent Memorial Drive. Yep.
Yeah. Took back roads.
Yep.
Past the cell phone lot to that little merge on ramp that puts you 10, 15 minutes within shooting range of the I shouldn't say shooting range of the airport.
The airport. Well, not
striking distance.
No, that doesn't really work either.
Yeah.
Go on.
So then I waited in the parking lot outside the Southwest offices until that was my own little cell phone lot, and
Nice.
it was faster.
Yeah, so if you do that, and at this point you'll be going, for those who may be starting in Burien, if you're going eastbound on 518, you get off at the 154th exit or Air Cargo Road exit. You'll come up to a T in the road.
Okay.
Off the exit, you take a right, then you take an immediate left onto Air Cargo Road, and that will parallel you the express way along all the offices, but that is a really good hack using the airport way.
I felt pretty smart.
You are using Air Cargo Road. That's one. Now, Spike, go first. What was her first mistake?
Telling people you'd pick them up at the airport the week of Thanksgiving. First off, I mean, and not telling the people who were early you're going to sit for a half an hour.
Correct.
Because we're making one trip in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because you're taking a lot of time out of because I do this all the time. I am Mr. Pickup.
You really are. Yeah.
I drive, and I don't mind driving. That's why I do
You've taken me to the airport.
I have. I don't even like you. So no, and well, I was going to say you're not family, but you are. But I still don't like you. You really, if folks can just bear a little patience when you get off your plane. I know it's been a long day and you've traveled and you got bags and the whole 9 yards. But if you don't mind, just, if you can find a seat or park it on your luggage if you have to, and catch your breath.
Or stay behind security. Go to
that's a great
Anthony's.
tip.
Is Anthony still there? Probably not.
I think so. Yeah, I think they're still shucking chowder down there for you. Yeah,
have an oyster.
Just relax, catch your breath, and coordinate with your pickup. That's what texting is for. Make one trip in if you can.
I was going to say, if you were doing that twofer, I always forget the name of it, but that nice little the steak meat restaurant that's right there on the west side of International Boulevard, just past the main terminal at SCA. You park there. Tell the person your first one is okay, we're going to sit here, we're going to have a drink, you're going to get something to eat, and then you'll pick up the second person. Everyone's probably will text us the name of the restaurant. They have great meat, and that they have a good little bunch of beers and
not 13 coins.
Huh? No, it's
the roaster.
It's just I can't remember. It's just
roaster.
South of that, but on the west side of International Boulevard. It's kind of tucked in there. It's really I've spent lots of time there if I'm doing multiples.
It's near the bikini coffee stand. No,
that's a little further
50
down.
of those, by the way.
But no, so try to do that. But if you can avoid the international or the expressway itself, and I've got some pretty good tips to get around that.
Funny you said, because we asked listeners to text us in their travel plans this week if you're picking up at the airport in the next few days, and if you may have some hacks, some SeaTac hacks, to help folks make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, and one of them, I'm not sure. Did you have one for me?
I've got one for you. 253 says light rail isn't worth it. It takes too long.
Well, here's the thing about light rail. It depends on how much of it you use. If you want to hack, you can drop off and pick up at the Tukwila International Boulevard station.
That first stop.
And then have a person just go to the airport, that one stop, or come from the airport, just that one stop. And you can avoid that altogether. Now, I know it's a pain in the you-know-what to walk all the way to the station but you can do that, and you can kind of get yourself out of the entire equation by going one stop away. And there's plenty of parking there for you to sit there and wait, and you can drop off or pick up there.
Is Angle Lake work the same way if folks are headed south from the airport?
Well, you could do that too, I mean, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how many fare ambassadors there are for one stop. Wink, 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 wink.
Well,
I'm not sure.
5 times
and
the charm.
city really needs your money. It's the holidays. Pretend the city's got a red bucket and a bell, right? That may be the solution to fare dodging year round.
That's a good one. But no, the other Sound Transit thing I get is have your passenger not even get on the train, have them go all the way to the walkover pass that takes you over International Boulevard and drops you to a real small pickup
There's
drop-off
a parking lot
spot
down there, yes.
right there. It's not. I mean, you can't
take the
park
elevator
there
down,
really.
right?
Yeah, you can take the elevator or the stairs down. You can also drop off there. We've dropped Tommy off there before. Last year at Christmas time, even get there, you walk up and you walk right into the terminal. Just stay away from the expressway. That's another good option.
Okay, but what if you're picking up someone like your grandparents or like me last night, cousins from out of town who aren't familiar with the airport and these directions feel overwhelming? 253 says, will I save any time if I just park my car and go in to get them?
That's a great one. You'll still have to sit through some of that slowing on the express terminal or the expressway in, but stay in the far left lane, get into the parking garage. This time of year, you get 90 minutes of free parking.
Really?
People may not realize that, but you get 90 minutes free. That's according to our good friend Perry Cooper at SEA. SeaTac to us. Right. But then the other part of that is to drive as far south in the garage as possible, because everybody wants to go to Alaska, which is at the north end of the terminal.
Which is also what does the choke point.
Correct. So just keep going.
Arrivals.
So you get in that parking garage, everyone's going to be looking left, we're going right. I got to find a spot. No, just leisurely drive all the way down to the south end of the garage, then go up. And look at the side, and then because most people don't go that far south, if there's spots available, they're going to be to the south end. So that's a really good hack. Again, 90 minutes free. Grab your ticket and then put it back in on the way out. You won't be charged.
Plus, if you've got someone who's coming with luggage, a lot of luggage, if you go through and just do the standard pickup, what door are you at, what skyway are you under? And you got to load all that luggage. If you just get in the parking garage, you're helping everybody.
Yeah,
you're a heavy user out of the mix.
Situation. Yeah. And again, if you're picking up and dropping off, I know this is an oldie but goodie. It may not work on a busy day like today, but think opposite. If you're dropping somebody off and you're going all the way in, drop them off at arrivals downstairs. And if you're picking up people, send them to departures, because a lot of times the way SeaTac works, there's a rush of incoming and there's a rush of outgoing.
Right.
They don't necessarily hit all at the same time at SEA. So like morning flights, there are a bunch of people coming in.
Right.
And so use the bottom deck to pick up to drop someone off, because the upper deck is full. So try to think about that. Think opposite.
You're in the soup. Sully, thank you so much.
Yeah,
for the
happy
tips.
Thanksgiving. Good luck.
Happy
You're a
Thanksgiving
really good friend for picking up people, Laura.
I was volunteered by my mother for family.
How do you say no to that?
Yeah, you better get something good for Christmas, man. He owes you.
All right, we'll be right back after these. Don't go anywhere.
Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300. That's 206-656-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Thinking about retiring and wondering, am I going to be okay? Well, you're not alone. Women live longer and often end up handling finances solo. Truth is, the financial world doesn't make it easy. That's why Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop exists. It's a free Zoom event on December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Built to help women prepare for retirement without jargon, pressure, or assumptions. You'll learn how to build reliable income, protect savings from taxes and market swings, time Social Security and Medicare, and plan for a retirement that could last 30 years. Madrona Financial and CPAs break it down so it finally makes sense. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired, this is your chance to learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot now. Call 833-673-7373. That's 833-673-7373.
This weekend only, the magic of the season comes alive at Mary Bridge Children's Festival of Trees. The University of Puget Sound Tennis Pavilion transforms into a sparkling winter wonderland. Snap a photo with Santa, shop for unique holiday gifts, and marvel at more than 25 beautifully decorated trees. Bring a teddy bear, Play-Doh, or a Matchbox card to brighten a child's hospital stay. Don't miss the holiday tradition that gives back. This weekend only. Visit festivalofTreesTacoma.org.
At your local credit union, WSECU, making a difference isn't just a motto, it's a mission. That's why they're honoring Washington's community champions, the everyday heroes who strengthen our communities. Steve Rabel here with WSECU board member Marcus Glasper, and it's time to announce our next community champion.
Our community champion this week is Dwight Pauls. Dwight transformed an overgrown blackberry patch into a thriving U-Pick blueberry farm in Federal Way. Dwight, thank you for everything you do to bring neighbors together.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So I saw that you visited the baby chicks.
I got to hold 7 of them. They were so cute.
Do you know why Wilcox chickens are so happy?
Because they get to play outside?
Yes.
Happy chickens are healthy chickens.
From our farm to your table, Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
I had pain, I had numbness in my feet. That pain and that numbness just got worse and worse and worse as time went on.
This is Greg describing life with neuropathy.
I went to 5 podiatrists, tried different treatments, tried different orthotics, tried different shoes, had cortisone shots in the tops and the bottoms of my feet. Saw a neurologist. All my medical doctors said, can't help you. Live with the pain. You're not going to be able to sleep. This is your life. And then I just gave up until I found Sound Pain Solutions.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. Our neuropathy treatments can rehabilitate damaged nerves. We use FDA-cleared, non-surgical, drug, and pain-free procedures that help neuropathy sufferers like Greg find relief.
I feel better. I mean, just feeling better is huge.
If you experience numbness, shooting or burning pains, or loss of balance, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025, or click soundpainsolutions.com.
Bonneville International radio station contests are open to participants 18 years of age or older that are residents of Washington State unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win unless the station otherwise specifies at its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 60 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available on mynorthwest.com or in person at the station during regular business hours.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at revivemenshealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Welcome back to the Jake and Spike Show. I'm Spike O'Neill, Jake Skorheim. Taking a day to be with family, as we all get to do this holiday season. We told you earlier in the show at News Broke, just at the top of our show, that there was a shooting in Washington, D.C. We'll have national updates and local information as well. 2 National Guard were injured, plus I believe the suspect has also been wounded. The guardsmen are in critical condition and being treated in separate hospitals. Our thoughts and prayers go out to them, and we hope that they make a full and speedy recovery. We'll keep you posted with updates as we move forward. We've been talking a lot about the holidays, but this story, Laura, I wanna love it, but I kind of am afraid of it.
Yeah, is it freaking you out as much as it's freaking me out?
When I read the story, it really freaked me out. But as I see the video that we're going to share on our YouTube channel, if you don't, by the way, get a chance to enjoy the show in multimedia platform distribution like we love to do here, go to the Jake and Spike Show YouTube channel. You can find it at the KIRO Newsradio app, and you can watch us do the show live. Or you can go back and watch the show on YouTube at your leisure, on your schedule as it permits. There's a story out of the Magic Kingdom, out of Disney World in Orlando, and Disney has a new feature they're bringing to its parks, to select parks coming up in the beginning of next year. We've all been, if you've been to Disney, I'm assuming we've all been to Disney, and that's not an assumption I should really make. Have you been to a Disney park?
Oh, yeah.
And you've seen the characters that walk through the park. That's one of the beautiful benefits and the great features of a Disney experience is that you get to meet your heroes, whether it's Mickey or Minnie or Goofy or the princesses or whomever it is, the princes, the characters from Disney's many stories come to life at the park.
I had a little autograph book when I was 4.
Our kids did too. Yeah, you collect
Yeah.
autographs. You meet your heroes. Well, there's an evolution of Disney heroes interacting with the park as Disney makes their first lifelike animatronic. That's right, animatronic character.
Animatronic?
Animatronic, that's it.
Yeah.
Animatronic character is going to be wandering through the park. A robot, a Disney character robot will be wandering through the park. And while I'd love to think it's, I'm glad. What scares me is my experience with animatronics at Disney is the Hall of Presidents.
Yes.
which was that's old school.
I've never been to the Florida park, but I've seen videos.
Yeah, it's
a little eerie.
It's stilted and hi, I'm Abe Lincoln. I never go to the theater anymore. I'm sorry, that's a terrible, tasteless
Uncanny
joke.
Valley.
Ouch, she said. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like to play? Disney has an animatronic character roaming through the park now. We've got video that we can share. But when I saw the video, and I think it's the perfect character to bring this technology into the public sphere. Are you familiar with Frozen?
Of course.
Of course, as a
greatest
yes, a bit
kids movie of the last decade.
Easily.
They are animating Olaf
Yes.
into a little robot. He's
it's
tiny. Perfect. He rolls around.
He interacts.
He actually will talk to you
through AI.
Yes.
And it's not like he's not being robotically controlled from a live person elsewhere who's doing the dialogue, right?
No, which they've done that in the past.
Yeah.
This is like a built-in audio response system. Obviously, Disney's keeping their technology under close wraps.
Sure,
but,
as they do.
Yeah, and then his face moves and he bounces around. And if you're watching the video now, it looks like the cartoon character come to life.
It's perfect.
But
it is absolutely perfect.
They've done a flawless job with the design. There's a horror movie element of this to me.
How so?
Just imagine him what if he had like a guard the parks mode that he activates into at night, and he has little laser beams out of his eyes.
Oh my gosh, that's brutal.
I like warm hugs. I like warm hugs.
I could see him helping intoxicated guests to an exit. I worry about interaction with small children. As Olaf goes zipping around the park, and he's lovely and he's cordial and he's funny. but he's got little metal stick arms, and he's the same size as a kid. And you know how?
Oh my gosh!
If you've ever seen the interactions of kids and characters, they literally have to send the characters out into the parks with bodyguards, and you know, because people just get exuberant and they overlove. Some little kid's gonna just hug up on Olaf, and that's.
I'm sure he'll have a minder.
Yeah,
right?
do you think so?
Well, they have a little
wander.
robot of Toothless that kind of roars at you, and it always has a minder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't talk. This talks.
I hadn't thought about him roaming the park at night.
Right?
Well, don't they have feral cats that keep the mice down? Well, cats are on their way out. We'll just have him zapping rats, and the guy in a white suit and a little bucket sweeping up dead rats.
Gosh.
I'm sorry, I took this to a very dark place. I'll let it go. When we come back, Nate Connors will join us with your latest pass updates because it's snowing the passes. You won't want to miss it. Be right back.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details. You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I love the fact that Mike Novak sells more homes than anybody else. This guy works so hard. You know what's happening? People are selling their homes again. And if you don't have Mike Novak's name on that sign, well, you're wasting your time and your house is just going to be sitting on the market. Mike is so confident that he can sell your house quickly. And for more, you'll pay no commission if Mike Novak doesn't sell that home in 21 days. So go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell Novaks for you. Novaks. Meetthenovaks.com.
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO Newsradio app.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for children in foster care and youth statewide. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. She and Ursula, weekdays from 9 to noon on KIRO News Radio.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Get a quote today at Progressive.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. 2 National Guard soldiers have been shot and killed in Washington, D.C., near the White House. CBS's Chanel Cole reports West Virginia's governor has just confirmed the deaths in a statement.
It is with great sorrow that we can confirm both members of the West Virginia National Guard who were shot earlier today in Washington, D.C., have passed away from their injuries. These brave West Virginians lost their lives in the service of their country. We are in ongoing contact with federal officials as the investigation continues.
Linda Kenyon has reaction from the president, who called the suspect an animal.
The president added, "God bless our great National Guard and all of the military and law enforcement. These are truly great people. I, as President of the United States and everyone associated with the office of the presidency, am with you."
The suspect was injured and is hospitalized after what appears to have been a shootout. Security contributor Sam Vinograd.
We are just in a heightened threat environment when it comes to threats against federal officials and federal law enforcement, and we just don't know if there's an ongoing threat to other National Guardsmen in the area.
A judge in Georgia today dismissed the election interference case against President Trump and others. CBS's Scott McFarland has that.
The Trump orbit has frequently called all the prosecutions of Trump politically motivated, including the one into his alleged mishandling of classified records, into his efforts to overturn the 2020 election, into his tethers into the U.S. Capitol insurrection, which was a component of the 2020 Special Counsel 2020 election case. They're making the same statement after this dismissal, but now all of these legal balls that were juggled in the air in August 2023, a time of grave legal peril for then former President Trump, have now fallen to the ground.
Russia confirmed today Trump's envoy will travel to Moscow next week, but correspondent Weijia Jiang reports it's unclear what, if any, progress will be made on ending the war in Ukraine.
Ukraine and Russia are not expressing the same level, a high level of optimism that we are hearing from the Trump administration, who is saying that, there are just a few more details to sort out, nothing insurmountable. But when you look at the sticking points that remain, these are not small details. They are conversations about territory.
Millions of Americans are traveling ahead of Thanksgiving, a big storm in the Great Lakes region, delaying some air traffic. On Wall Street ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, stocks finished higher. The Dow Jones Industrials up 314 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
3 schools are on lockdown or modified lockdown in Pierce County. We'll tell you why in just a moment. But first, Nate Connors has your KIRO News Radio traffic.
It's getting busy out there, Jillian. ProScoped has our update. Holiday traffic already a nightmare through JBLM. South 5 solid from State Route 512 down to the main gate. That's close to an 8-mile backup, and you're just barely moving. Tacoma to Olympia has jumped to an hour and a half. That's a 1-hour delay. Olympia to Tacoma, pretty much the same, hour and 35 minutes with a 7-mile backup north 5 between Lacey and Nisqually. Portions of Martin Road and the Nisqually Road are jammed up as well as drivers ditch the I-5 backups, look for alternate routes, and folks are also driving through Yelm now, heading over to 507. At the Pierce-King County line, North 5 slows from the Fife curve to State Route 18. South 5 jams up briefly at 18, but you're clear by the time you hit the Fife curve. If you're headed to SeaTac Airport soon, give yourself 15, 20 minutes extra just to make it down the Airport Expressway. That is jam-packed. Linwood to Seattle, 35 minutes. Bellevue to Renton at 25. North 405 in Kirkland, just past 85th. Troopers have someone pulled over in your right lane. And up in Everett, a new collision, North 5 at 41st, taking up 2 left lanes. You're backed up to the Everett Mall. Everett to Marysville, right around 20 minutes. ProScope, the one-day permanent fat loss and skin tightening solution for men and women offered by New Skin Med Spa in Bellevue. Book your free consultation at prosculpt.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Jillian Raftery. Pierce County deputies say 2 people are on the run after a shootout this morning in Midland. The gunfire injured a homeowner about a block from Ford Middle School. Deputy Carly Capetto says the suspects, a man and a woman, ditched their car.
So the vehicle remains on scene with broken out windows and bullet holes, and we got shell casings everywhere.
Detectives are interviewing the injured homeowner at the hospital. They say he knows the suspects. Meantime, Ford Middle School is on full lockdown. Midland Elementary and Franklin Pierce High are on modified lockdowns. A 7-time convicted felon is back behind bars tonight after a drug bust in Seattle's Belltown neighborhood. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey says local businesses are fed up.
Seattle police say they seized nearly 700 grams of cocaine and a stolen handgun from the suspect's 2nd Avenue apartment Wednesday, just a block from the business Jessica has owned the last 20 years. She tells me she and all of her neighbors are beyond frustrated with the drugs and the crime.
I've witnessed 3 people die in the last 12 months. And to see things like that is incredibly traumatic.
Keith Lamont Russell is now being held in the King County Jail on suspicion of selling narcotics and illegal possession of a gun. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
King County's prosecutor is celebrating a huge drop in gun violence.
So in 2024, third quarter, we saw 426 overall shots fired incidents. And this year, there were 292. That's a reduction of 130 incidents.
Prosecutor Lisa Mannion says her office has worked closely with police and used legal tools like extreme risk protection orders to get guns away from high-risk individuals. If you're flying this Thanksgiving, you can bring food. You just have to know which bag to put it in.
TSA says you can bring baked goods, meats, fresh fruit, and even a casserole through the checkpoint. But things like cranberry sauce, gravy, and canned fruit need to go in a checked bag or they'll be taken away. Passengers say they often see people throwing away items last second.
That's KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin. Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Going to be drier until this evening. Tomorrow, rain, and of course, on the passes, a rain-snow mix. High of 50 degrees. It's 50 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery with KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Jake and Spike Show. Spike O'Neill here with you. And joining me now, I'll get my headphones wired back onto my ears. Thank you very much. Our own Nate Connors.
Hello. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, my friend. So we know that there's snow. Cold weather is in the forecast.
Yeah.
Snow's been falling at the passes. And you know better than anybody, what should people be looking for taking into the planning with regard to travel times over the pass? Because it's the busiest travel day of the year.
Absolutely. Well, is today the busiest day?
Well, if you're flying, most people, I think yesterday was the busiest flying day.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
With regard to people who are going somewhere for the Thanksgiving holiday, I think 82 million Americans are traveling within 50 miles of their home over this Thanksgiving break, that making it the biggest travel season. More so even than Christmas. So what are folks looking at in the passes?
You know, right now it's the eerie calm before the storm, Spike. The passes look great right now.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. but you're right. We were expecting them to at least start jamming up a little bit right now, but they're wide open. Stevens, Snoqualmie, even White Pass. In fact, White Pass, it's actually partly sunny down there. And
what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Broadcast live from White Pass.
Yeah, right.
Is there snow forecasted to come in?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Do you know when?
I don't know exactly. Sometime this afternoon. It's going to get nasty.
Before when folks get off work and make their start their travel plans.
Yeah.
There's going to be snow coming.
Well, certainly further north, more snow. I'm not sure White Pass is going to get much snow at all today.
But the
Stevens for sure, and then Snoqualmie. You know, really, it's just at the very summit that of Snoqualmie.
Snoqualmie and Blewett?
Yeah. And then, even 2 miles before the summit, it's dry. So there's not a whole lot of snow up there.
Good.
But you have to be prepared, this time of year. for not just winter conditions, but, say a semi jackknifes, bam, you're stuck for hours.
There was an accident, I think, on 2 yesterday. There was a major collision on 2 that shut things down. So you never know what's going to happen. And people, you talk about being prepared. Make sure your car's got the right equipment on your car with regard to snow tires or studded tires. You got chains with you should these conditions manifest.
Absolutely.
And
make sure you got enough gas in your car in case you're stuck idling for a couple hours, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Have you ever, or you, Laura, you guys ever put chains on your tires before?
Funny you should ask, Nate.
I've never done that. I've never done it.
So you haven't done it either?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm among good friends.
Yes. Okay, good. Spike has?
I have.
Okay.
And I bring this up because, Laura, I love and respect you. You know that. Genuinely. But this is the 3rd year in a row now I've had to say to you.
No.
Who do a lot of driving. You're independent. You're a good friend. You're a good family member. You're always dropping off, picking up. We just heard about the airport.
I get ridiculously motion sick if I'm not driving. So most family trips, or we're going across the passes, like I am the driver the entire time.
And you go up to OMAC every now and then in that area, isn't that where you head up sometimes? Don't you have property up there or something?
Yeah. Sometimes, up by outside Leavenworth.
Do you go there in the winter?
I haven't been up there in the winter yet.
Okay,
but,
all right.
But your family just picked up a piece of property up there, right?
Yeah,
and
that's gonna be
part
skiing access.
So when I say know how to put your chains on, it becomes more relevant than ever, right?
Yeah.
If it's a great piece of advice to practice putting your chains on. These days chains are becoming more efficient and easier to put on, but it takes some doing. And you don't want to learn how to do it on the side of the road in the dark in a slushy condition with cars zipping by you, feet from where you are. To that point, Nate, always have your safety flares or your safety triangles, the reflective triangles in your car, because should you be forced to chain up on the side of the road, those little red triangles that just set up a few feet behind your car, 10 feet, 20 feet behind your car. Drivers want to be aware of you being on the side of the road, chaining up. They can see your car, but the more awareness you can generate, the better.
Sure.
So, Laura, what do I got to do? What's it going to take for you to just practice for me? This is the 3rd year.
I need to drive my car down to the KIRO parking lot.
Yes.
There we go.
And you know what, Nate, you can join.
Oh, okay.
We can have like a live demonstration. Who here knows how to put chains on?
Yeah.
And can
Well, here's the thing.
Teach me.
They're self-explanatory. There are instructions in it. How old are your chains, by the way? How long have you had your chains?
God knows. My car is from 2000, and I think the chains have been in the back most of that time.
Okay, here's what you don't want, is to be needing those chains and pulling them out of your trunk or your back or your cargo area of your car, and they're rusted, antiquated, don't work. I mean, you don't want to find out that you don't have chains when you thought you did in the back of your car. Okay, and chains, you can get them at any tire service, Fred Meyer.
What's wrong with a rusted chain, though, if it's on your tire?
If you can't get it on, if you can't put it onto your truck, to your car.
Okay.
If the mechanism that connects these chains, that secures them to your tire, because you can put a chain on, do it like half, what I'm saying,
right?
And next, it flies off 20 feet down the road, and you're stuck at that point. You can't. You're waiting on a tow truck, or you're waiting on somebody else to come and assist you because your chains. While you put them on, you did your best. They were rusty, but do me, please. Let's film this. Let's film. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, and for the rest of your life.
Well, now there are easier options, right? Those socks. Are those any good?
I was just gonna say, I've heard about those.
Are those any good?
I haven't had a chance to use those yet.
Okay.
I'm assuming that if folks are raving about them, it's because they've got good reviews. And these are literally like they stretch out over your tire.
Yeah, easy peasy.
You put them on like you would a bonnet or a
shower cap.
Shower cap, yes, a shower cap for your tires.
There you go.
And they work, and they're easy, and you won't get stuck. I don't have to worry about you, Laura. And while I look at you, I mean,
you're looking at her like she's your daughter. I can see that you're genuinely caring.
We've developed kind of a relationship over
Yeah.
I'm the old, seasoned, grizzled veteran dad figure on the show.
You get your dad voice on when you talk to me about car maintenance.
I do, because
and
I don't want you to be.
My dad lives all the way in New York.
Yeah.
And
this is for everybody out there. If you got a kid who's a young adult in their 20s, as Laura is, or even younger, make sure they know. Make sure you're a significant other. If you're married to some guy who doesn't know jack beans about mechanics or anything, make sure the old man knows how.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm not. Make sure
because you
know.
already confessed.
That's
Nate.
right.
You don't know how to put. So I'm getting
enough.
some side eye.
Yeah.
It's just make sure your tires inflated correctly. These kind of things make a big difference
They do.
in your safety, not just your time and the convenience of getting somewhere. But we want you to get there in one piece and enjoy yourself and get home to us on Monday, Laura. I know you're not traveling over
You
the
really
mountains.
just don't want to have to find a new producer, is what I'm hearing.
It would be a lot to break somebody else in. It's taken us a while to get you where we need you to be, and you're there now, and we don't want to lose you to snow.
The thing is, Laura, if you find yourself stuck, you can give Spike a call no matter where you're at in the state.
You know I'm coming.
He will come and get you.
You know
That's how nice this man is.
That's so true.
I would.
It is.
Yeah. If you find yourself at 2:15 in the morning and you don't want to drive, call me.
Yeah.
I'm your guy. I'm picking you up. I've been doing it for the last 20-some years with my kids.
You're pretty nice at
I'm out there. I'll go get you. Nate, on the other hand, he knows where Metro is.
I've never called you.
You haven't.
I know
Because you're a
better.
responsible man.
Yes, I'm responsible.
Never found yourself. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit. No pun intended. Thanksgiving, I know you have, you guys are getting together, right? You travel. You've got friends that you go to. We talked about this.
Well, we don't. It's a half
Travel,
a mile.
I mean, you're staying
But yeah,
close.
we go to a friend's house every year. We do this, and this is awesome because they've got kids. We have a kid, and
the greatest.
it's like 3 or 4 families with kids. So there's 15 of us there, and they do everything. They cook everything. We bring the salad.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful.
it doesn't get easier
Right?
than that, right?
Do you prep yourself? Do you bag? You don't bag.
Oh no! We make it fresh. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. In fact, we make it right before, literally
The morning
before.
of course, as you do.
So it's very
soggy
fresh.
salad. Come on,
Exactly.
Salad.
And we bring a chocolate pie every year. That's a hit.
Chocolate pie.
But our friends who put on the party, they grill. Steaks.
Okay.
Salmon. Of course, they've got turkey. And they've got ham.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, the spread.
And how many people?
Like maybe 15 max, dozen or so.
16, 17, 18 wouldn't be a number if we show up. Laura and I show up.
I'm sure you'd melt
I'll bring
right in.
a different pie and a different dressing. Give
There
some
you go.
options for you.
Cool Whip.
How many Cool Whip?
Yeah, always bring. Can't run to have enough Cool
You
Whip.
cannot go wrong showing up with an extra thing of Cool Whip.
Right.
You are okay.
Or sour cream.
Or sour cream.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that
of
reminds me.
Midwestern roots.
It reminds me. I got to pick that up.
Or a bag of ice.
Bag ice is always a solid plan. Solid plan.
How about you guys? What are you doing?
We have a big, two really good family friends that we've been doing Thanksgiving with for 20 years. And my great uncle's coming up from Portland, and it's going to be 20 people.
Oh, wow.
I invited a couple of lost friends. We're going to have a turkey and a ham.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making
What's your preference?
Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking at me like
Hams
I'm crazy.
for Easter. I mean,
okay, fair enough. Yeah, my bad.
Ham and lamb.
My bad.
Duh, Nate.
I know.
Or Christmas ham, I guess. No, I'm so excited. The food's going to be amazing. I'm bringing a pumpkin cheesecake that is going to be very involved to make. I have to squeeze the water out of the canned pumpkin. That's going to be my whole evening.
So you
tonight.
use canned pumpkin, but it's still too. How do you squeeze water out of canned pumpkin?
Paper towels.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
You
on
take
a
the
baking
moisture out of it?
Yep.
Because that way the cheesecake can solidify and doesn't get too soupy?
Yep, it gives it the right texture.
This girl.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're single. How? I don't understand.
I know.
I'm sorry, that was terrible.
No, that's fair.
Those scones that
I'm
you brought
asking
in?
too.
I know, right? Hey, we had a story. We had a story where we didn't get to earlier, but I want to ask you about it because you're a family man. You got. There was a story that was put together. It's on My Northwest about what people spend for the holiday season, and it seems that 2 cities in Seattle, close to Seattle, I should say, are among the highest spending cities in America. That being, and I really no surprise here, Bellevue and Kirkland, who are I consider a more affluent part of our communities. I don't think that's saying any groundbreaking statement to say that. But those 2 cities are among the highest, top 10 in America on what these families anticipate spending this holiday season. The economy's been, and affordability is the buzzword of the year, right? We figured out economy means one thing, but affordability is how it affects you and your family and what you can afford, how you can live your life on what you make. The numbers from Kirkland and Bellevue, $3,300, I think, and somewhere in that ballpark.
Kirkland is number 5 with a budget of $3,866 just for holiday spending. And Bellevue is number 10 on the list with $3,603.
$3,600 a family.
Wow.
Laura, the last city mentioned on that, I couldn't believe the difference. And it was in somewhere, is it New Jersey?
Yeah,
As in the number 1 or bottom of the list?
Bottom of the list, the least amount of holiday spending.
Before you say, what do you think? If this national survey.
Yeah, oh boy, Atlanta.
Oh, but how much?
Oh, how much? 800.
What do you got?
It is New Jersey, $200.
Wow,
Right?
Jersey.
And it just amazes me how in Kirkland, which I mean, I don't think it's that much different than Seattle. Right? We're all about the same ballpark. That they anticipate spending upwards of $3,600, $3,800 a year. And there are folks in this country, and I don't have to single out Elizabethtown, New Jersey, at less than $300 a year.
Wow.
I mean, I guess I haven't really been. I've been oblivious to how hard it is for some folks out there these days. I felt bad when I saw that number.
I didn't think Jersey was, I thought their economy was better.
Well, there are parts of I guarantee you there are small towns in Washington.
Oh.
Or, or communities in Washington that are going to, there's probably people in Kirkland and Bellevue who are scaling back dramatically this year.
Yeah.
I saw a story about, it was a pretty viral piece of video, and not to be, partisan in this thing out, but there was an economic advisor on Fox News that was telling their audience to save to this tough stretch your dollar further. Affordability is the buzzword. Don't buy Christmas gifts for anybody over 18 or under 3. They don't need them. Trim down your list of how much. Go ahead, play that, Laura.
Adults don't need gifts, okay? Focus on the people in your life who are age 3 to 18. Grandma doesn't need slippers. If they don't live by you, don't get them a gift. Now's not the time to spend and break the bank sending packages across the country, Dana. Focus on the people in your life, ages 3 to 18.
Now, it's solid advice. I get it.
So what cards, gift cards?
Yeah,
over 18?
Just cards. Don't send them anything, she's saying.
Huh.
Flowers, a card. Trim your giving this year because the economy's tight, and I get it. And I guess it's giving people permission to do the things that some budgets are going to require folks to do.
Yeah.
Just naturally, if you don't have it, you can't spend it. Don't go into debt this holiday season to show somebody you love them. I don't know, make something, send them a card. Sometimes a phone call, a nice handwritten note inside a card might mean more to somebody than a pair of slippers.
You'd mentioned something there. My list of people who I get gifts for has shrank exponentially.
I was going to ask. I don't want to intrude, but have you found yourself paring things back in the last couple
big
3
time.
years?
Oh, yes, exactly. The past few years, and this year and I hate because you know what? If in a perfect world, I would get everybody I know a great gift, and I think everyone's like that, right?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah. But I'm not even close to being in that perfect world financially. So that list is really narrow this year.
I feel you, and we. Over the course of the years, we're very lucky in our family. We had a lot of people in the family. We all were doing pretty affluently, pretty well, good, successful careers. But people are struggling these days, and it's not just in the last year, 2, 3, 5 years since the pandemic. Some folks haven't recovered from the losses and the setbacks we took as the economy shut down and jobs were eliminated and all these different things. It's funny, those who are doing great are doing really great.
Right.
But those who aren't doing really great are finding themselves hard to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And I think, if I took an honest look at how things are, we have also kind of trimmed back what we do and how far we gift. We still send things. We have family across the country. I've got relatives in Florida. I've got relatives in Maryland. I've got relatives in the Southwest. We've got family in England. And, I swear we spend more shipping Christmas presents to our family overseas than we do in what we buy them. It costs us more to send them.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I can't bring myself to not.
Do you get them out in the mail early enough, or do you?
We try to.
Yeah.
I try to be pretty proactive about not paying last minute rush hour, VIP pricing.
But
for
I'm
VIP
always
shipping.
out there on the 23rd.
Are you really mailing stuff?
Gosh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just human nature. Best of intentions was to get it out by this week.
Yeah, right.
I mean, literally, the box for our family in England is going out this week.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, and it's still more than we spend.
I started shopping last night, actually, online.
For Christmas?
Yes, because of Black Friday deals, right?
Right. Oh, okay.
So
you don't have to wait until Black Friday anymore.
Right.
They start trying to get you to spend your money with them before anyone else can.
Yeah.
So even last week, I was starting to see stuff from
really?
Target, Amazon.
Advertising, the deals have been coming at us. So the awareness is getting out there. I saw a protest this week. Yesterday, I was driving home, and I saw a protest over I-5 on one of those overpasses. I think it was 45th, maybe somewhere in 45th, 50th, those two back-to-back overpasses. And there was a couple dozen people out there with the big signs, and usually it's, democracy, blah, 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 blah. It's very political. But it was Boycott Black Friday.
Oh.
It was shop local. These were shop local protesters.
Oh, okay.
That they're asking people not to become, internet shoppers and make sure you support. When I'm all for supporting local businesses, but in these, it's a double-edged sword. In these tough economic times, you got to protect your budget. Yeah. I'd love to have the luxury of shopping local and handmade and all these little shops and the mom and pops of the world. It's great when you can support them, but on a tight budget, is it more important to get everybody you know something or people that you want to show your love and appreciation and your generosity to? I mean, at some point, you got to make that tough call.
Yeah, right. Give them a call and a card just to let them know you're thinking of them at the very least, right? Yeah. That goes a long way.
Laura,
it really does.
Are you able to give as much as you want to give?
This year?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
So does that mean I'm off the list?
Sorry, Nate.
That's all right.
Yeah. I might do the Chris Sullivan method of an airplane bottle in an unmarked envelope on your desk.
I love it. We're hold on, I'm making you a card.
Quite literally what he does.
How do I spell Nate?
Any way you want.
Yeah, right on, brother. All right. Thank you for joining us, my friend.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
You'll have traffic updates throughout the afternoon. If snow does start in the passes, you'll be the first one to let us know.
Of course.
Fair enough. All right, folks. We'll be right back after these. It's the Jake and Spike Show. Jake Skorheim taking it off. I'm Spike, and he'll be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
A bases clearing, 3-run double by Josh Naylor. Holy smoke!
Are you planning an event in 2026? Make it unforgettable at T-Mobile Park. Mariners suites and group tickets are perfect for any occasion. Fundraisers, school outings, work parties, family celebrations, and more. Enjoy customizable catering, flexible setups for 14 to 400 people, and epic game day views, all with the help of a dedicated Mariners rep. Get ahead and start planning your event today at mariners.com.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Retirement can feel uncertain. Women live longer and often manage finances alone. Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop is a free Zoom event to help you build income, protect savings, and time Social Security and Medicare. December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired. Learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot. Call 833-673-7373.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Progressive presents a testimonial of sorts.
Hey, slow down! Oh, yeah? Well, you drive like my grandma. She's a very attentive and courteous driver who wears a seatbelt and always uses her turn signals. She's also a talented painter and has very low cholesterol. Not that that has anything to do with her drive. We just thought a more complete picture of who she is might be interesting. Anyway, have a nice day.
Safe driver? Get Snapshot from Progressive and get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. And you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And
And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit danielnelsonmd.com. That's danielnelsonmd.com.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio.
Hi, this is Ursula Voitin. From all of us on the G and Ursula Show, we want to wish you a safe and peaceful Thanksgiving holiday weekend. We want to thank you for choosing us to be part of your daily life. And we also want to thank you for being such an important part of our show community.
Happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
This weekend only, the magic of the season comes alive at Mary Bridge Children's Festival of Trees. The University of Puget Sound Tennis Pavilion transforms into a sparkling winter wonderland. Snap a photo with Santa, shop for unique holiday gifts, and marvel at more than 25 beautifully decorated trees. Bring a teddy bear, Play-Doh, or a Matchbox card to brighten a child's hospital stay. Don't miss the holiday tradition that gives back. This weekend only. Visit festivalofTreesTacoma.org.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Perungo and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. Northwest News.
Feeling cold? Your windows may be the issue. Choose Lake Washington Windows and Doors for 25% better energy efficiency and up to 30% energy bill savings. Visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
CBS News special report. 2 National Guardsmen have been shot in Washington, D.C. CBS's Anna Schechter is following developments.
Just a couple of blocks from the White House lawn. So the fact that this was so many shots fired, you can imagine what happened to the 2 National Guardsmen. They were medevaced, and the suspect is also wounded severely. He apparently, according to my sources, was shot 4 times.
West Virginia's governor had said the Guard members died. He now says it's unclear. Security contributor Sam Vinograd.
We know that ATF is on the scene to try to trace the gun that was used to attack, or the guns, we just don't know how many weapons were used that were used to attack service members. But in terms of the investigation of the suspect or suspects and motive, it is entirely possible that the feds and the FBI lead this investigation.
CBS News special report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
And I'm Aaron Granillo. Schools in Pierce County are on lockdown. 2 suspects there on the run after a shooting in Midland. KIRO 7 TV's Lindsay Sheldon reports.
Somebody was shot outside a home on 12th Avenue East and 104th Street. Now, that shooting victim has non-life-threatening injuries. But again, 2 suspects are still at large.
The shooting put Ford Middle School on full lockdown. Franklin Pierce High and Midland Elementary went into a modified lockdown. Out of the closing bell reports, homebuyers are finally starting to catch a break on interest rates. Jason Brooks has details.
Mortgage rates turned lower following several weeks of gains, with Freddie Mac reporting that the 30-year fixed rate declined this week by 3 basis points to 6.23%. Long-term mortgage rates had risen to their highest levels since early October, and that's dampened refinance activity, with the Mortgage Bankers Association reporting that refi apps declined more than 6% from the previous week, although home purchase applications rose more than 7%.
On Wall Street, Dow gained 314 points. NASDAQ gained 189. S&P ahead 47 points. At 1:33 now, we go to Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
It's busy out there, as you can imagine, Aaron. Kia of Everett's got the update. Let's update you with our biggest backups first down in JBLM. South 5 now solid from South Tacoma, close to South 74th, all the way down past that JBLM main gate. Tacoma to Olympia has spiked to 1 hour and 40 minutes. More scattered slowing now between Lacey and Olympia. Olympia to Tacoma has improved a little bit. Hour 15. North 5 is backed up, though, from Olympia into DuPont. And then we have building backups as you make your way through Yelm as drivers are ditching I-5 and going the 507 route. If you're heading to SeaTac Airport this afternoon, give yourself an extra 20 minutes just to make it down the expressway, which is packed coming off 518 all the way down to the terminals. Linwood to Seattle has gone up to 45 minutes. We're bumper to bumper from Northgate in the downtown. Over in Bellevue, North 405 and Northeast 85th, a disabled vehicle, I guess this is Kirkland actually, disabled vehicle blocks that right lane. We have a tow on scene, so this should be cleared soon, but you're backed up bumper to 520. And in Everett, we cleared that collision North 5 at 41st. Still just residual backups through that area. Everett to Marysville, right around 20 minutes. From the K4 to the Telluride to the EV9, be ready this winter with amazing pricing and financing. Now is the time to buy a Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Your forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mostly dry for this afternoon. Some drizzle at times in spots. And then rain moves in later tonight. It'll be wet for Thanksgiving. Right now, 50 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Jake and Spike Show. I'm Spike O'Neill. Jake Skorheim's taking the day off today. Laura's sitting in with me. Appreciate you being here, my friend. So we had a story briefly earlier in the week, but I want to make sure you folks are aware. Washington State Parks, who we all love, we love to get out and enjoy the great Northwest. State parks used to have free admission on Black Friday, but that's no longer the case, according to a story in the Seattle Times today. They have decided that you're going to have a Discover Pass to access Washington State parks.
Or pay the $10.
Pay the $10 get in
one-time
the day of fee. Yeah. And do they know why? Is just budget cuts being what they are?
Probably.
Economy being what it is. They can no longer afford the luxury of a free day.
And when the price got jacked up to $45, right?
For the Discovery Pass annual. Yep, a 50% increase. Day park, as Laura mentioned, runs $10 a day. You can get a Discovery Pass if it's available at your local library. A listener told us that, and we verified that that's the case. If you've got a library card, you can check it out from your local library. I would call ahead to make sure they have one in stock in there before it's already been borrowed out. But it's a great thing to do, and I understand times are tough, and you got to pay the fees to enjoy the natures of wonder, which seems like, really? It's nature. It's out there. It's ours. We already pay for it. We just gotta.
Well, and what a good alternative. We were just talking about how expensive the holidays are and the Black Friday madness, and to instead of running around a mall, get out into a beautiful state park and take a walk with your family, walk off the heavy meal, Yeah,
get out there and enjoy nature.
Yeah, it's kind of reminds me of Boxing Day in England, the day after Christmas, where it's a tradition to take a long walk.
Is that what Boxing Day is for? I thought it was for taking stuff back.
That would make
sense,
too.
Put it back in the box
long
and
walk
take it
back to the store to return the socks. Yeah.
Did you see this America First upcharge in national parks?
Yes.
So as we mentioned, it's a $45 fee to get a National Parks Discovery Pass.
State Parks Discovery
State
Pass.
Parks. I'm sorry, National Park Service. But they are going to. It's $80 for U.S. residents for America the Beautiful Pass for national parks. I apologize. Unless you're an old man like me, I told you I got a senior pass for $20. It was great. We're good all year long. If you are a foreign visitor to the United States and you're here and you want to get this is kind of a weird, how does this work? You're a foreigner to the country. You don't have U.S. citizenship, but you're not a U.S. resident. That's the delineation here. The America First upcharge for foreign visitors to national parks, that price will be $250 for non-residents in 2026. As a U.S. resident, you pay $80 to enjoy your national parks, but the government says, it's America first. And if visitors to this country want to visit the national parks, that's going to be $170 more for visitors, $250. We're already making it a place nobody wants to come these days, it seems to me. And tourism is down.
Oh, yeah.
The tourism industry has taken a massive hit in 2025. Due in large part to the policies and different actions of this administration. The America First movement makes America the last place a lot of foreigners want to come visit. Tourism is down, like as we mentioned. Here in Seattle, it's a big industry. It's taking a big hit, and that's nationwide. an additional $170 per America the Beautiful pass if you're not a U.S. resident.
So it's $250
$250 to visit
total.
national parks. Whether it's, I can't imagine anybody's going to do it. I can't imagine. Isn't that going to cost them all the money that we're going to make for foreign visitors? I mean, you have to have, I don't know, 25%. If 25% of those people who were going to do it still do it, I guess you're breaking even. But what's
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean that's the bet they were making with raising the Discover Pass fee too, right?
That's right. They made more money and less people were using them. So,
and to be fair, the traffic at national parks, especially since COVID, when people were thinking more about getting outside and things that were still open to recreate, national parks have been swamped. You cannot get a campsite. A lot of them, now Mount Rainier, you need a reservation.
You need a reservation,
to go in.
yeah, and they've cut staffing and they've cut maintenance from the budgets.
And we can thank the Trump administration.
We
for
can.
that.
So I guess is this, I guess it's two wrongs making a right.
Well, cut the staff and raise the prices so you're getting a
there'll be
lower quality product that's more expensive.
But are you getting a lower quality product? You're getting less traffic. You're getting a more lightly attended attraction. They're
That's
solving
true.
that problem.
I guess the two
They're
kind of go
pricing
hand
people
in
out.
hand.
That's just.
I don't know. I had an amazing experience in Utah at the Arches National Park. There's this really cool section of it called Fiery Furnace, where it's basically an adult obstacle course. You have to get trained by a ranger, and it's monitored by rangers, but they basically release you into this maze of rocks, and there's tiny wayfinder signs that guide you through it. So it's like scavenger hunt
like a
style. You're
stone corn
scrambling
maze,
over
basically.
boulders. Yeah.
Wow.
And yes, you need to sit down with a ranger and get some training on proper hydration
Safety,
and how to navigate your way in and out. They've now closed that because there just isn't enough ranger staffing to run something like that. And that was, I did a road trip through Utah a few years ago. That was easily my favorite hike that I did. It was so much fun. So, it's not just, rangers doesn't just mean fewer people kind of walking around educating you or
taking your money at the gate
Yeah.
or cleaning up the bathrooms or whatever maintenance staffs. But rangers provide safety.
and access
And
to
access,
areas that are, no longer accessible.
I love our national parks. I don't get off to them as nearly as often as I would like to. I know my wife, the truly unpleasant Mrs. O'Neill, just spent about a week in the Southwest, part of her birthday month celebration, which I love to make sure she gets to do. But they got to visit Arches and Zion and Bryce Canyon. Canyonlands down there is just, it's a national treasure, and it should be enjoyed by all of us. And it should be enjoyed by visitors to this country. America shouldn't be the image of America. The world's opinion of America is so much more than any individual president or administration or period in our policy shifts as they go back and forth, as they always do, from administration to administration to administration. And you can disagree with my politics or my views of what's priority, but I think we can all agree that the national parks and the true natural beauty of this country is what we treasure and we're proud of as citizens. And the fact that you're pricing foreign visitors, out of the National Park Service by the America First pricing.
I guess I'm glad that the prices aren't going up for us, right?
Yeah.
I would like that less.
Yeah, I agree.
But I agree that if visitorship from foreign nationals is already down, raising the price is not going to help.
Well, I've often find myself feeling that the solutions that currently are being offered for our nation's problems aren't my way to go. I'm not always right about it.
Not my first choice.
Not my first choice, but I get it. Let's see how it works out. Let's see how pricing foreigners out of visiting our national parks works out for us all. And by the way, it's, again, as we mentioned, state parks aren't free on Black Friday. So if you don't have a Discover Pass, make sure you bring the $10 to get in. All right, folks, it's a Jake and Spike show. Jake Skorheim's out sick today. Not just kidding. He's taking a day for holiday. I'm sorry about that. That was my bad.
Let's hope he's not sick.
No, he's fine.
He was coughing a little bit yesterday.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit when we come back from this commercial break about how to get through the stressful holiday gatherings. We've got a tip for you to keep you out of the fray if things get a little too heated at your holiday gathering. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Trajan Wealth Management.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Make this the last holiday season in that old kitchen. Hi, this is Chad Cicchini, owner of Heritage Homecraft. Our solid wood refacing system delivers a luxurious new kitchen way easier and less expensive than a tear out. You won't believe the difference. Heritage Homecraft's specialty is custom cabinet refacing and quartz countertops. With Heritage Homecraft, custom means built from scratch just for you. Our own craftsmen, not subcontractors, will reface your existing cabinet boxes with 1/4-inch thick solid hardwood and add new custom-built solid hardwood doors. We can make design changes, add cabinets, install custom features, and top it all off with a brand new quartz countertop. With the holidays here, I know everyone's busy, but if you order your new Heritage Homecraft kitchen now for select install dates after the new year, I'll give you 12% off the entire project. Hey, all year long and especially next holiday season, you'll be delighted that you did. Call today, Heritage Homecraft, 425-485-1600, 425-485-1600, or heritagehomecraft.com.
Time is running out to save 20% during the Bob's Heating preseason furnace sale. Now through the end of the month, save big on home comfort systems, generators, water heaters, and more. Plus, take advantage of 12-month interest-free financing and get your home winter ready before the chilly season starts. Trust the team voted best in the Pacific Northwest to be your dedicated home comfort company. Call Bob's today.
Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call Bob.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the past 36 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse this year and share the joy of the holiday season. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Cold is leaking and rocks are moving and mold is creeping and water seeping in. It's hard to be a homeowner, we know.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state.
American Crawl, the heroes you call.
Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Get a quote today at Progressive.com.
It's Subaru season, and now is the time to upgrade. During the Share the Love event, Subaru will donate $350 to charity for every new vehicle purchased. Visit SubaruofPuyallup.com. It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
Black Friday Comfort Sale is on now at Home Comfort Alliance. Save up to 75%. Plus, enjoy 18 months 0% financing OAC. Visit HomeComfortAlliance.com today.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Jake and Spike Show. I'm Spike O'Neill. Laura Scott's sitting with me. Jake Skorheim's with his family at home. Not that I'm jealous. So, family at home, the holidays, getting together with family. It can be a tense time. There can be uncomfortable moments and conversations. We've all got family members that we know we tend to see differently with. I don't see eye to eye on various topics. And sometimes these folks come looking for, they're spoiling for not just a fight, but they want to get under your skin. They want to engage. They can't wait to have this conversation with your lifestyle or your point of view. And there's a psychologist, a clinical psychologist in Maryland who has a potential, not a solution to the problem, but a strategy that you can use. It's Mark Rappaport, president-elect of the American Psychiatric Association, says there's a term, act boring. It's called gray rocking. And literally, it gives simple, unengaging, uninterested answers when someone tries to pick at you, to get under your skin, to push your buttons. And he says, go in there with some in your back pocket, some interesting thought. How's work? Immediately change the subject. Get off of that. Don't give them the emotional
reaction
that they're coming for. Yeah, and you know these folks in your family, your Uncle Buck, whoever he is. You know that, really with the pink hair, with the nose ring. It's
single again this year.
Yeah, right? Oh.
Just refill your wine glass and pivot away.
And says oftentimes it's a good idea to let folks know that have a safe sign, a signal. If you see Uncle Buck, get me in a corner, Laura. Do me a favor, keep an eye out. Come pull me out of this.
When I was in a sorority and we would do recruitment conversations with girls who were rushing, we had a secret hand signal. If we felt like we were trapped in a conversation or we were circling the drain, to have someone come over and tap out with us to keep the energy high and keep that girl engaged.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to make this person who you're trying to get to join your house feel like, they don't care about me.
Yeah, and sometimes you're just not clicking, or you're really tired, or you need a drink of water.
It can
or
work.
Your face hurts from smiling. So what we would do is we would put our arms behind our back and do a little clasp on one arm. This is so hard to explain. It's like this, Spike. Here, I'll show you.
Okay. For you folks at home, Laura's okay. Yeah, you grab your left arm about the elbow with your right. That's a pretty distinct clear sign to the other members of the house that the person you're talking with isn't going to pick up that you're begging for a rescue from this conversation.
Yeah, it just looks like you've kind of shifted your arms behind your back, and this has been my sister and I's secret tip in big family gatherings. We now do this for each other and come over and tap each other out.
I like it. It's a survival mechanism, and the point of this article, and there's a nice write-up in the Seattle Times about it. Jamie Ducharme, I believe, is the author of this particular piece in the Associated Press. Says, look, this isn't a recommended strategy with people that you're in a long-term relationship with, that you care about. It's a short-term fix for these uncomfortable conversations at these. You don't want to skip the family gathering altogether because Uncle whatever is going to be there, or
Well, and a big meal with a lot of relatives in a kind of almost public type of event for your family is not the place to have the really deep, tearful conversation with that uncle or that parent,
right.
Or,
It's the stuff of movies because it's a dramatization that real life shouldn't be this way. It's not the place to have these conversations. You're absolutely right. I got to tell you, maybe I'm just an unrealistic optimist. I think people are tired of the confrontation. Tired of the conflict, tired of the tension, tired of the anxiety of it. I think this year's going to be a lot calmer than people think it's going to be.
Yeah.
At Thanksgiving.
We all deserve a break.
Yes.
Yeah.
to enjoy the things that, it's a cliche thing to say that there's more that we share than we disagree on. We have more in common than disagreements with our friends and family. And sometimes people are looking to just, I've been waiting all year to get a shot at you and blah, 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 blah. And okay, that's great. I understand how you feel, but
Gray rock.
That's not why we're here today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about why we love each other.
Yeah, don't give them the satisfaction.
Jake said something. I told you we're one of those 5 families in America, at least I am, that have lost kind of contact or lost a relationship over the politics of the day. The place our country's at. And I got to be better about that. I got to reach out and make sure that I do not talk the talk, but walk the walk about making sure we embrace the things that matter to us and remember the things that we have in common. The fact that we're family. I mean, Jake said yesterday, at the end of the day, you're giving up so much to get so little in return when you cut people out of your life over difference of opinion.
Yeah, and I think one thing to think about too is goodwill, right? Like there is an importance to having political conversations with family members that you disagree with and staying in conversation with people and seeing if you can meet in the middle or not get sort of pulled to extremes from each other by the internet or cable news.
Right.
I think those conversations are important, but what's also important is establishing trust and goodwill and remembering that you love each other and that this is a person that you want to listen to and connect with. And big holidays like Thanksgiving.
These are opportunities.
Opportunities to just build positive experiences. Not everything has to be a conflict, and it can actually get you farther in those kinds of harder conversations.
Opening avenues, to bringing people back into your life.
Exactly.
It's reminding people that you're more than just your political beliefs. There's more and I know the people that I disagree with, there's so much more to them than just what they think about this lifestyle or that policy issue. It's great advice. Or that president. Or that guy. And the Angry Orange, as I've heard him called. But he's our president. He's your president, mine. All right, when we come back, I'll tell you about what jury duty looks like these days, because I've had the threat of jury duty looming over my head for weeks now.
You've been called to service.
I've been called to service, and I'll tell you what that means these days, right after these.
This holiday season, you might not realize you've had a little bit too much to drink at the company party until you find yourself pulled over on the way home for a DUI. This is Jonathan Dichter from DUI Heroes, here to remind you that even good people make simple mistakes. Our team of heroes is ready to help you through this season to make sure you can get back to the things that are most important, your family and your life. Call us now at 1-800-DUI-HERO or find us online at DUIHeroes.com.
Hey, this is Pete from Home Matters, a show that covers everything having to do with your home. Tune in every Saturday from 2 to 3 on KIRO Newsradio, where you'll hear from local business owners who are experts in their industries. From foundation to flooring, roofing and windows, furniture, and financial planning, it's everything in and around your home, and we've got you covered on Home Matters. If it matters to you, it matters to us here at Home Matters. Saturdays from 2 to 3 right here on KIRO Newsradio, or listen to the podcast on mynorthwest.com.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Good morning, I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news.
A minimum wage increase proposal is moving forward in unincorporated King County.
KIRO News Radio.
The real estate market is picking up and you want to sell with the best. You need to work with the Novak team. Mike Novak guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If not, he'll sell it for free. Go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell it for you. Meet the Novaks Novaks.com.
Mitch here at Leathers, Washington's most exciting home furnishings resource. Leathers tariff-free sale is going on now. Hundreds of pieces of gorgeous furniture will be sold at pre-tariff and below prices. Save hundreds to thousands of dollars. Over $1 million of inventory. In stock and ready for the holidays. 40 to 70% off on bedroom, living room, dining room, wood, fabric, and leather. These crazy tariffs are not going away, but these almost liquidation prices are. So don't putz around. Hurry into Leathers tariff-free sale in Issaquah now.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO News Radio.
Hey, it's Jason Rantz. Our local tax expert Greg Nunn wants taxpayers to know the IRS is now going after older cases very aggressively. If you received Form CP-504 from the IRS, do not ignore it. Be proactive and resolve your situation with Greg Nunn, N-U-N-N, None Better Tax Resolution.
Out at the Wilcox family farm, our hens roam freely on fresh green pasture. But that means predators like coyotes and eagles are always nearby. That's where our team of Great Pyrenees help out. These gentle giants were born to protect, and they become a part of our family. Raised alongside the chickens from puppyhood. Our hens are raised humanely, our practices are organic, and our promise is simple. Fresh eggs straight from our farm to your table. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. 2 National Guardsmen have been shot in Washington, D.C., near the White House.
I heard boom, boom 2 times. And then the Uber driver said, "Why are all these people running?"
D.C.'s mayor says the 2 guard personnel are in critical condition at local hospitals. FBI Director Kash Patel.
2 of our brave members of the National Guard and the Department of War were brazenly attacked in a horrendous act of violence.
CBS's Anna Schechter has more details.
There was a shootout type of situation. It is unclear, but it appears to be a kind of a lone wolf situation. An individual who took it upon himself to target these law enforcement agents. National Guard troops are generally very identifiable, particularly in this latest mission. They are wearing their camouflage fatigues, bulletproof vests. They are clearly marked as National Guard troops.
In Kentucky, Vice President J.D. Vance was meeting with troops ahead of Thanksgiving.
But I think it's a somber reminder that soldiers, whether they're active duty, reserve, or National Guard, our soldiers are the sword and the shield of the United States of America.
A judge has dismissed the Georgia election interference case against President Trump and others. CBS's Justice Department correspondent Scott McFarland has the story.
The local prosecutor who picked up this case a few days ago because the previous prosecutor, Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis, was disqualified. The new local prosecutor determined that a dismissal is warranted and asked a judge to dismiss the case, and the judge promptly did so. What the local prosecutor is saying is that this matter was better handled by the feds, that he didn't see the evidence of a racketeering case at the local level, deferring all matters to the federal government, which dropped the case a year ago yesterday because Trump won the election and you can't prosecute a sitting U.S. president.
Millions of Americans are on the move today for Thanksgiving. It was slow going in Minnesota, where a powerful storm was dumping snow on roadways. Jonah Kaplan in Minneapolis.
You see so many jackknife trucks, and there was even a stretch of about 60 miles of I-94 that was closed. So this is a real issue for drivers, especially, again, the first of the season.
On Wall Street today, ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, stocks finished higher. The Dow Jones Industrials finished up 314 points. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at Progressive.com.
2 shooting suspects in Pierce County are on the run. That's after Nate Connors, the real-time traffic desk.
This report brought to you by Kia of Everett. It's a real struggle this afternoon through Pierce and Thurston counties along I-5. Tacoma to Olympia, an hour and a half. That's an hour delay. South 5 is packed from South 74th all the way down to the JBLM main gate, and then from there, we're seeing scattered backups all the way into Olympia. Going the other way, Olympia to Tacoma, an hour 10. North 5 is backed up between Olympia and DuPont. Tacoma to Federal Way is up to 25 minutes. We're slow from 54th and Fife up to State Route 18. Now, most of this are drivers avoiding northbound on the Valley Freeway, where we're down to a single lane there at the Pacific Bridge work zone. South 5 into Seattle, bumper to bumper from Northgate to the Convention Center. Linwood to Seattle is a 50-minute drive already. That's double the norm for this time of day. North 5 heavy from the Michigan Curve in the downtown. And Everett to Marysville, you're at 20 minutes. It is crowded, though, from State Route 526 all the way up to 529. From the K4 to the Telluride to the EV9, be ready this winter with amazing pricing and financing. Now is the time to buy at Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. The search is on for a man and a woman involved in a shootout in Midland this morning. Pierce County Sheriff's Deputy Carly Capetto says they shot and injured a homeowner about a block away from Ford Middle School.
So we have multiple witnesses and people that live in the area reporting that multiple people were in the middle of the road actively firing at each other.
Suspects ran off and ditched their car. Capetto says the shooter knew the victim, though it's not yet clear what started that gunfight. A 7-time convicted felon is back behind bars tonight after a drug bust in Seattle's Belltown neighborhood. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports.
700 grams of cocaine and a stolen handgun seized from the suspect's 2nd Avenue apartment Wednesday. Jessica, who's owned a business down the street the last 20 years, tells me Mayor Bruce Harrell made progress on crime and drugs there. She hopes Mayor-elect Katie Wilson does the same.
Although I'm excited for our new mayor, I really want to make sure she keeps that momentum up to keep this neighborhood a safer place.
The suspect is being held in the King County Jail on suspicion of selling narcotics and illegal possession of a gun. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
New allegations that BP sat on early information about the Olympic pipeline leak near Everett. Pipeline Safety Trust Director Bill Karam says a farm worker first reported seeing the oil sheen in a field. BP says it discovered the leak during routine maintenance.
Well, sadly, it's really common for a member of the public to be the one to find a pipeline leak.
And the Pipeline Safety Trust also claims BP waited almost a week to tell the public about that jet fuel leak. Washington Attorney General Nick Brown says he is working to protect SNAP food benefits for thousands of legal permanent residents.
Brown has joined 21 other state attorneys general in a lawsuit to block guidance from the USDA, which they say illegally tries to take away benefits from green card holders. According to Brown's office, federal statutes say refugees, asylees, humanitarian parolees, people whose deportations have been withheld, and other vulnerable legal immigrants become eligible for SNAP once they get their green cards, and as long as they meet standard program requirements. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Light rain at times this afternoon, heavier rain tonight, and Thanksgiving. We'll see plenty of rain then. Right now, 50 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio. With your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome to the Jake and Spike Show. I'm Spike O'Neill. Laura Scott's in. You know, Laura almost wasn't in today. We've been kind of dancing around this for about 2 weeks now because I got a summons for jury duty. As did you.
As did I. You came into work and you said,
the funniest thing happened to me. I got a summons for jury duty.
Yes.
And I said, that sucks. And then I went home, and guess what was waiting on my doorstep?
Karma was waiting on your
Yep.
door. A summons for jury duty. So I got something in the mail. Got a card in the mail from King County Superior Court. I guess Superior Court. I brought it with me in today. And it's been a long time since I was on jury duty. Aaron Granillo is still sitting in the studio. Have you ever served on a jury?
Never have.
Have you been selected for jury duty? And
I've gotten
not
those
called?
cards in the mail, and
Yeah.
then I never even get chosen for jury selection or the interview process.
And the same thing, I actually one time, and maybe I was in my 20s, I was still living in Baltimore, and I actually went into the courthouse and sat that day. We waited around for a couple of hours, and then an afternoon session, and didn't get selected, and I was released of my responsibility.
Do you want to sit on a jury?
I would love to sit on a jury. I would. And because I think it's one of the great things about this country is the whole jury of your peers. That's how it's supposed to happen. That's why we're different from anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Laura, have you ever served?
No, this is the first notice I've ever gotten. And I was also kind of secretly excited about it. And now I haven't heard anything. But I will also say that I'm really bad at making decisions, especially in complex situations.
Can you find yourself like the holdout of a jury? I don't know. Convince me.
I would totally be the hung jury person. Like, I can see that happening. I just can't make a decision.
Do you know anything about the case?
That I was being called for? No. No. I went online and filled out a little like fact sheet about myself.
Yeah, they do that. They send out a questionnaire.
Yeah.
And they ask you about your demographics, your age, your gender, your income level at times, because they want to have a diverse jury pool. And I understand the necessity and the benefit of that. So when I got this summons in the mail for jury duty, I had to go onto their website and fill out my questionnaire. And they give you the answer I would rather not say.
Right.
About whether it's religion or sexual orientation or whatever, or income levels. And the more information you give them, the better chance they have to put together a diverse jury pool. So I did this, but then comes the weird part. It says, okay, we've got your information. You're scheduled for jury duty on the 26th, at which point you'll be notified within a week of that date whether or not you have been selected for jury duty. If you don't hear from us by 4:30 in the afternoon on the 26th, you have fulfilled your obligation. If we let you know, you'll come to one of 3 different King County courthouses. So I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to let my boss know, and Laura and Jake say, look, Jake was already planning on taking today off.
Yeah, today's the 26th.
What if both of us, what if I get called for jury duty? And they wouldn't let me know until like the day of. I could have got called this morning or last night. And I did. I received an email from the bailiff of the court, this particular court, saying that I had been selected for jury duty today. But here's the email I got today. It says, good afternoon. You have been summoned for jury service beginning November 26th. Due to the holiday, we'll be starting the week of December 2nd. This email is to update you on the timeline of events. And it says in brightly highlit letters, you have not been excused from jury service. I'm in. They grabbed me. They selected me. So now I'll get another questionnaire on Tuesday, the December 2nd, and I'll have 24 hours to fill out that questionnaire to better, give them my demographic breakdown. And then I will have a Zoom portion of my day as early as Thursday, December 4th, that I'll have to block out time to be available for a half-day's Zoom. At least I don't have to go to a courthouse and sit around, but I'll be, I may or may not be needed as early as December 4th. What does that mean?
So I
got to put my boss in limbo, my partner in limbo for weeks?
My wife went through the same exact thing. So I think what this means is you're through the first round, essentially, right? So you're not officially on the jury.
No, I have to go through the Zoom process.
So my wife, she was just like you earlier this year, and the trial date, I think they actually posted it, was right around this vacation that we were planning, of course.
Okay. Do you let them know that? And do they care? Do they consider?
Yes.
Really?
They do. The judge said, well, because it was like we were officiating a wedding. That's what was going on.
Okay.
And the judge took that into account and said, okay, you're excused.
So I should reach out and, because there's, if you have any
should say
questions,
you're officiating a wedding.
I'm playing Santa, literally to my kid. I'm the guy bringing all the gifts to the house. So maybe, but it says that I can contact if I have any questions. there's a phone number and an email for the bailiff.
Ooh, should we call the bailiff on
Linda
the show?
Tran. It's funny you say that because I said to Brian Bucklew, our program director, so look, now I'm kind of in limbo again. What do I do? And he said, see if they'll let you do that Zoom thing live on the air. Let's let the city take part. Let the city learn the civic process of jury selection. Because don't get me wrong, I don't want to dodge the jury. It's always kind of the TV show we see, like, how do I get out of jury duty? What do I got to do? What was it 30 Rock? Where Tina Fey's character went into the courtroom trying to get dismissed when she went in like as Princess Leia, and they're just like, nah, sorry, you're not getting out of it. People just hate serving on juries so much. And I'm sitting here whining about it because it's an inconvenience to my boss and Jake and Laura if I'm going to be here or not be here.
I think
and
Rummel
every
did.
day.
I think Jacob Rummel did sit on a jury at one point.
I would love to sit on a jury. And, I know Brian, our boss, he sat on a jury. It was a pretty intensive case with pretty high stakes consequences for the defendant in the case. I would love to do it, but I don't want to miss weeks of doing this job. I don't think that's enough but hey, Your Honor, the city needs me. I don't think that's going to fly. I think saying I have a wedding to officiate might be a better out. But I don't want to lie.
Drop the "Do you know who I am?"
Don't you know who I am?
Don't you know who I am?
The city needs me. Have you heard the show?
That's right.
I'm not here. It's hard. It's hard.
Like a little spike signal that gets sent up in the night
city,
sky.
We need you. We need you now. So anyway, that's what the jury selection process looks like in this modern day. So I'll do my due diligence and give my questionnaire, and I'll leave myself available, for the few days that I'm in. And it won't go on for, if I'm selected, it could take some time away from the job, and I'll go. And Brian said, look, if the city needs you, the city needs you, and we'll do it. Do we have to, according to the show will go on without you, which kind of hurt my feelings a little bit too. But it's what it is.
We can't do the show without you.
Yeah, see, you got that on tape? Let's save that. All right, thank you both. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll keep you guys posted on what happens for my quest to judge others, which I think I'd be great at. I think I'd be a great juror. My favorite movie of all time, by the way, is literally 12 Angry Men. It's my favorite movie of all time. I love it. And not the remake, the original, with Henry Fonda and an amazing cast.
Have you seen that, Laura?
No.
Come on. So I use that to get into our next segment, which is it's that time of year when the blockbusters come out. This is the big weekend for movie releases. And there's big stuff coming out this weekend. Wicked for Good, right? It's not Wicked 2. It's Wicked for Good.
Which is like the one big song in
For Good.
the second part of Wicked.
Yeah, in the second part of the movie.
I am seeing it almost directly after work. I'm driving pretty
Today?
much straight
You're
to the
kidding
Cinerama to go see it right after we
At
get
the
off air.
Cinerama, too,
Yeah.
as it should be.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
It's funny. Darby came home. My youngest is home from college. And when I say home from college, they literally go to college in downtown Seattle at Cornish. And they're home for the holiday break, and they're making plans with their friends to go see it tonight as well.
Yeah.
The day it came out. Did you? And of course, you saw the first one. If you're this dedicated to
I saw the first one 3-4 times.
I saw it twice in the theater. And I loved it. And I'm a theater parent, so I love this kind of stuff. I've seen the play numerous times over the years, the live performance here in Seattle, and it's an amazing story. Are you worried that it's going to live up to the hype? Are you worried that it's going to deliver, or you can't wait for it?
I just can't wait. Honestly, if it's even, I was the first movie, we talked about this. I was really worried that it wouldn't live up to the hype of the stage production,
which is phenomenal.
Yeah. And which I saw at I think 13 or 14, very formative age.
Yeah.
And it far exceeded my expectations. So now I feel like if this second movie is even half as good as the first, I will still adore it. So,
and they've had to do some filling because with a Broadway production, it's the first act is always longer than the second act. As with all stage production, there's an intermission. So this movie had less to draw on to be a full-length feature film. They wrote new songs. The original composer and lyricist who wrote the songs for Wicked did the new songs for this particular this conclusion of the story. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll go see it too. I love the characters. I think both the actors, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, did wonderful work in this film and in the previous. And I'm looking forward to this one.
Anything else you're seeing?
Well, it's funny you asked because I was supposed to, and we talked about this on air, and I never went. I didn't go see the Springsteen movie.
What?
Delivery from nowhere. I never got a chance. I kept putting it off and putting it off.
Isn't he still the background of your
My phone, yes,
screensaver?
he's still, yeah,
You were like the biggest Bruce Springsteen fan
I
ever.
am the biggest. It's literally, there's me and the boss when I met him back in 2017, I think it was, 2014. Anyway, my mother-in-law's in town for the Thanksgiving holiday, and my Darby had I told you that the production at school. Darby was the star of the fall musical at Corners College of the Arts. Very proud moment for us as a family. So my mother-in-law's in town, and when she came in town, the first thing she asked me was, "Hey, I'm kind of want to go see that Springsteen movie. Will you go with me?" What a flattering thing to ask.
Yeah.
You know, she was like, "I want to see what somebody who really loves them and blah blah blah, and tell me what I'm like, "I'd love to." And then we got busy, and life happens, and now it's out of the theaters. I did a search this morning because I want to take her this holiday weekend. Great time to go see movies. Everything's coming out. It's gone. It's at one theater. It's over in Bainbridge Island. Yesterday it was in 5.
Going to Bainbridge Island.
Yesterday it was in 5 theaters around the city.
Oh, so it must have gotten swept out by the
these
whole
holiday releases.
new release schedule. Wow.
Zootopia 2 is going to be in that theater today. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. The third iteration of that story is going to be in the theaters today. Running Man is coming out, a remake of a 90s movie, I think it was, with Arnold Schwarzenegger with Glenn Powell.
I love your disdain for all of these things that are not the Bruce
Springsteen movie. Really, folks? But I've always had this beef about theater movies. There's so few original stories anymore in Hollywood, and I'm looking forward to seeing Wicked. But it's a theatrical release of a Broadway play. There's the Now You See Me series is another sequel.
Zootopia
Running Man's
2.
a remake. Zootopia
Knives
2 is
Out
a
3.
sequel.
Yep.
Right? There is one movie that's coming out this weekend there's a couple that I'd love to see that are original concepts. Brandon Fraser has a movie called Rental Family. Have you seen trailers for this?
Mm-mm.
He's an actor. There's a Japanese company. If I got it wrong, I apologize, but I think I've got it from the trailers. There's a company that hires actors to play family members in people's lives.
Oh.
If you've lost like a parent, or if they go in and they literally are hired, and people know that that's not my dad, but they come in and they act as a stand-in in people's lives for people that are missing in these lives. And it's Brendan Fraser, who I think is having another great moment. The guy's a great actor. The Whale was phenomenal. He's the star of this movie, Rental Family, which is a very original idea.
Yeah, a little spooky. Kind of
works
works in the age of AI. I think.
Yeah. And apparently this is something that happens in Asian culture more than here, but that's where the story is based.
Oh, it's a real thing that people do?
I think it is.
Whoa.
And if not, it's a great idea that if it's not a business yet, it's going to be coming.
Yeah.
Right? Have somebody come in and say, hang out and we had the AI story last week about, they're generating now, AI can generate your long lost relatives, and they can come have a conversation with grandma.
Wow.
And they'll take, pictures and dialogue and videos if you have audio of your grandma, and they'll synthesize your grandma's voice and her image, and you can have conversations with those of you've lost.
Oh, it reminds me of that mirror in Harry Potter.
Exactly. Was it
Right?
Erised, right? The mirror where it showed your deepest desires.
Yes.
And you could wave at Harry waved at his deceased parents.
And people would get lost in it.
Right. Because it's not reality, but if you don't want to accept reality, here's an avoidance of reality.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
There's one more movie that I really want. I saw this trailer and I thought this is one of the most original ideas I've seen in a long, long time. It's called Eternity. Okay, so the actress is the other Olsen sister, the twins.
Yeah.
Right? There's a third one, Elizabeth, who's been in the Marvel series.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great actress. She dies. And immediately after she dies, I think her husband dies, and they meet in the afterlife. And they're and the afterlife is, there's been a lot of different movies about, transitioning. Defending Your Life was a great movie about what the immediately afterlife is like and how you spend eternity. Well, this movie is about who you spend eternity with, because the wife dies and the husband dies immediately, and they go, that's my phone, I'm so sorry. My mother-in-law, what do you mean it's on theaters? She goes to eternity, and there is her husband, recently deceased husband, but here comes her husband who died 35 years earlier. Her died in the war.
So
and she has to, and these
it's a love triangle.
These two loves of her life have to try to win her for eternity.
Wow. And she only gets to pick one.
She
can't just take turns for eternity.
Right? That's a great original story.
Wow. Oh,
Isn't that
what a
phenomenal?
great concept.
Right, and that's coming out this weekend too. So maybe we'll go see. This is the time of year when movies are great, and as we mentioned, it's not free to get into state parks, and it's not the right season to be outside anyway. If you need a break from family and all the things that are happening this holiday weekend, go to the movies.
Or if you want to do something with family where you're actually not talking to each other.
Hey, you want to not discuss politics? Take Uncle Bob to go see a movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, that's what's coming in the movies this holiday weekend.
And Stranger Things.
The
new
right.
season is coming out.
That's on with Netflix, right?
Yeah,
it's a Netflix series.
Yeah, as is the third Knives Out movie. I think it's going to be in
theaters
select.
or Netflix?
It's in select theaters today, and then it will come to Netflix. I think December 12th, which is such a weird difference between streaming and the big theaters, and how Netflix is kind of bridging that gap.
So it's available immediately on Netflix. It's out today.
No,
right?
it's in theaters today, and then it will be out on Netflix in 2 weeks.
And that's usually how it happens because I looked for, I missed Springsteen in theaters. When's it streaming? Not till like the end of December.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I can just sit at home with Mom, but is it? God, my phone. I'm so sorry.
Airport pickups.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Sully. Is it? Do you still need to see movies in the theaters, or can you see them at home and be just as good? I mean, with Wicked, you want to go see it on a big screen, right?
There's some stuff you want to see on a big
right.
screen. But then also, I love being in my pajamas on my couch, getting to eat whatever snacks I want.
Yeah, I don't
and
mind.
Pause it anytime.
Right. I don't mind watching movies at home.
Yeah.
I don't want some things deserve the big screen, action movies, Bond movies.
Well, and
I can't imagine watching Star Wars on a TV at home.
Yeah. And Dune was a big screen watch for me. But I will say there's something about not being able to pause something or look at your phone that adds something to the movie-going experience for me, because it's really hard these days. And I hate to admit this, but when I'm sitting at home, scrolling on my phone while the movie's playing, pausing it, doing something else, coming back to it later, there's something about just being in that watch experience.
Right, and dedicating your attention to this release. I hate when I watch stuff that I'm on my phone. And I won't do that at the theater. I won't do. Maybe it's
like
the
peer
money
pressure.
you spend.
The
too.
money you spend.
Right? I didn't spend
the people
$25
around
to look at my. Yeah. Good point. Well, I hope you enjoyed the movie tonight. I'm kind of a little bit jealous. I like
really
to see that
excited.
too. When we come back, we'll do one more dive into your Thanksgiving menu. We get some tips for you on how to keep your turkey from being just a dust bowl. Right, a great tip that came in from one of Gina Ursula's listeners. Had a great advice we'll share with you. And I want to ask you, what's your least favorite? What's your least favorite side? Because this came up earlier in the day too, and I cannot believe what a respected colleague said is the worst, his least favorite Thanksgiving side dish. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
This weekend only, the magic of the season comes alive at Mary Bridge Children's Festival of Trees. The University of Puget Sound Tennis Pavilion transforms into a sparkling winter wonderland. Snap a photo with Santa, shop for unique holiday gifts, and marvel at more than 25 beautifully decorated trees. Bring a teddy bear, Play-Doh, or a Matchbox card to brighten a child's hospital stay. Don't miss the holiday tradition that gives back. This weekend only. Visit festivalofTreesTacoma.org.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
There is one real estate agent who's been helping KIRO listeners longer than anyone else, and that's Wes Jones with sellwithwes.com. Wes, you've helped KIRO listeners in good markets and more difficult ones. What do you think has been the secret to your success?
Thanks, Brandy. Experience has taught us that to outperform the market, we needed to do things differently from the status quo, that we needed to do more. Our exclusive system covers innovative marketing locally and internationally, leading to more eyeballs on your home, better listing prep for better showings, negotiation strategies that eliminate pesky buyer contingencies, and generate stronger offers. Through our exclusive client programs, our sellers enjoy an extraordinary marketing experience utilizing techniques a traditional agent cannot offer.
So if you want to sell your home faster, at a higher price, and with fewer contingencies, if you want more, visit sellwithwes.com. Sellwithwes.com, a better way to sell your home.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So how many chickens do you think there are on the farm?
3,000?
What do you think chickens eat?
Grass.
What else?
Seed.
So do you know what organic eggs are?
The ones that you put in brownies?
Yes, the ones you put in brownies.
We hope you choose fresh eggs from our family farm.
Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Retirement can feel uncertain. Women live longer and often manage finances alone. Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop is a free Zoom event to help you build income, protect savings, and time Social Security and Medicare. December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired, learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot. Call 833-673-7373.
Bucky's Complete Auto Repair is tuned up for one of the biggest football games of the year as the Puyallup Vikings clash with the Sumner Spartans, Saturday 1 p.m. at Sparks Stadium. Thanks for your dedication and teamwork, and good luck from Bucky's. May the best team win.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for children in foster care and youth statewide. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Black Friday Comfort Sale is on now at Home Comfort Alliance. Save up to 75%. Plus, enjoy 18 months 0% financing OAC. Visit homecomfortalliance.com today.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. 2 members of the National Guard were ambushed today near the White House, shot and taken to a hospital in critical condition.
Brazenly attacked in a horrendous act of violence.
FBI Director Kash Patel says the suspect is in custody, also being treated at a hospital. Jeffrey Carroll with D.C. Police says it appears that shooter acted alone.
Came around the corner, raised his arm with a firearm, and discharged it at the National Guard members.
I'm Linda Kenyon in Washington. Posting from Mar-a-Lago, the president said the suspect in the shooting will, quote, pay a very steep price. He also contacted Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who was in the Dominican Republic.
President Trump has asked me, and I will ask the Secretary of the Army, to the National Guard to add 500 additional troops, National Guardsmen, to Washington, D.C.,
saying the shooting will, quote, only stiffen our resolve.
In Pierce County, deputies say 2 people are on the run after a shootout this morning in Midland. Gunfire injured a homeowner about a block from Ford Middle School. Deputy Carly Capetto says the suspects, a man and a woman, ditched their car.
So the vehicle remains on scene with broken out windows and bullet holes, and we got shell casings everywhere.
Detectives are interviewing the injured homeowner at the hospital. They say he knows those suspects. Several schools were put onto lockdown. A construction crew just hit a gas line in North Tacoma, forcing area residents to shelter in place. Right now, the fire department's utility and hazmat crews are on the scene. This is near 5th Street and North Sheridan. They are working on a repair as we speak. New tests of By Heart baby formula now show all of the company's products may have been contaminated with botulism. KIRO 7 TV's Dee Dee Sun has the updates.
Lab tests of 36 samples of formula from 3 different lots show that 5 samples contain the type of bacteria that can lead to the rare and potentially deadly illness. The company still has no idea, it says, what caused the outbreak. Anyone who bought the formula dating back to the beginning of August will get a refund.
37 babies in 17 states have now been sickened, including 2 here in Washington. Takes us to 2:33, and we have Nate Connors now at the real-time traffic desk.
All right, Aaron, it's getting busy out there. Holiday travelers clogging the roads. The Emerald Queen Casino brings us this update. We have really big backups between Tacoma and Olympia. South 5, you're bumper to bumper from South 74th all the way down to the JBLM main gate, and then more scattered slowing between Nisqually and Olympia. All added up, Tacoma to Olympia is going to take you an hour and 50 minutes. Olympia to Tacoma, hour 10, with a solid backup between Lacey and Nisqually starting near Martin Way. Seattle to Tacoma looking pretty good, though, taking just 40 minutes to make that trip. Renton to Puyallup, southbound on 167, 45 minutes. You're all good until you reach Algona, and from there it's pretty slow all the way into Puyallup. Here in Seattle, South 5 slows from Northgate into downtown. It gets real thick when you get into the U District. Linwood to Seattle has improved from our last report. We're at 40 minutes. Bellevue to Renton, you're pushing 25 minutes. Everett to Marysville, 25 minutes. It's slow, though, from 526 all the way up to 529. And the Edmonds Ferry Terminal reporting a 1-hour wait for drivers. Prepare to be enchanted. Mentalists and illusionists, the Clairvoyants, come to the Emerald Queen Casino December 4th for a holiday spectacular. The Clairvoyants, December 4th, only at Emerald Queen Casino. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exterior. Seeing some light rain to some drizzle in pockets around the region right now. Increasing rain tonight, and a wet Thanksgiving is in store. Right now, 50 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Happy pre-Thanksgiving to you. So we've been talking a lot about the holidays and about the family and how you interact and how do you avoid confrontation and what's the best way to do this, that, and the other thing. But it's all about the food, right? It's all about what your favorite dish is and how you prepare a turkey and what the traditions are for your family, whether it's beef, whether it's, as Ursula said, shrimp scampi, great. As long as you're together with family, do whatever makes you happy. For me, that's roasting a bird. I love getting up before the rest of the house is up. Right, I love prepping the bird. I started prepping the bird yesterday, and you pop it in the oven early, right? Because we like to eat pretty early in the day. Because I like to have a second round of this stuff after the last football game's over, right? I want to eat, sleep, and eat again. That's Thanksgiving for me. So I'm going to put my bird in the oven. They're going to wake up to the smell of turkey in my house.
And I asked you this question when I came in this morning because I know that you love to cook and I know that you go all out for Thanksgiving. What do you make? Obviously the bird. What are your rules? Are there people in your family who have special dishes that you make?
Well, yes, and it's kind of funny because we've also had less and less and less at the table every year. We've lost folks. We've had folks move away. My daughter and my son-in-law, they go down to Oregon, so it's going to be the smallest gathering we've had in a long time. So I had to be careful not to buy too big a bird because I don't want to throw stuff away, and it's only good for a couple, 3 days afterward. You shouldn't eat turkey more than 2 days after you cook it, 3 days after cooking. If you're me, I've got an iron stomach. But I got to tell you, I'm the worst because I don't let anybody help. I am territorial about my kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't, and it's people always. My mother-in-law's in town and she wants to help and she asks to help, and I don't know if I'm a control freak. I just like to. I love to do it. I love to cook. It's how I show my love. Is one of my love languages. Service, I guess I've been told it's service, whether it's driving somebody to the airport or kicking them all out of the kitchen and doing it all myself. And I think it's mostly a control freak issue, not as...
Well, I was going to say, I really like to cook, and I also don't like having anyone in the kitchen. And I think it's because you get into this flow state where you don't want to bump into anyone else or have someone do a task slightly wrong or chop something in the wrong way.
And you feel like I gotta watch over their shoulder, make sure they're doing it right.
Yeah.
And it's
We're
rude.
control freaks, I think.
Yeah, if somebody's offering to help, it's rude to correct them, right? And to not trust them and let them do that. And I got to get over that, I guess.
Well, just give them something really easy that they can't mess up, like peeling potatoes.
Open these cans.
Open these cans.
That's
yeah.
hard. That's mean. They know they've been delegated, and you don't trust them when you're some peeled potatoes wrong. But that's what you do. And I mentioned that there's we give you a tip for not having your turkey dry because it can be stressful if it's your first turkey or the first time you're hosting and you never cooked a bird before. You don't know what to do. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. The couple things that you can do to make sure your bird is a moist bird. I've seen a lot of people of late that have taken to injecting their bird. I mean, literally getting melted butter or even chicken stock and literally shooting juice into the bird throughout the course of the cook cycle, right? I mean, I guess I'm not that guy. I don't own a big hypodermic needle like the one they used in Pulp Fiction, I don't have one of those. And I guess it's a guarantee that your bird's going to be moist if you keep injecting juice and butter into it. I mean, Brady, are you a cook at all? I know you and your folks, you're going home to your folks for Thanksgiving, right?
Yes, I am. And if I'm in the kitchen cooking, nobody's happy with the end result.
Oh, okay. You're the guy.
That's coming from me as well. Like, I know I suck at cooking.
An awareness that you suck is good. Yeah. That way people don't have to tell you we don't want your help.
Yeah, I am not good at cooking. I'm good at talking.
Perfect. So you want to keep a moist bird? Couple ways to do this. First off, they say brine it, and I agree with that. When you brine a bird, either soaking it in salt water or some type of kosher salt water solution for 24 hours prior, that's the best way to do it. You don't have to wet brine. You can also dry brine a turkey, rubbing the skin with salt and pepper a good 24 hours before. So do it today so you can cook it tomorrow. Something about brining a turkey will keep the moisture in it. It will not just dry out like a stick.
And that's the biggest complaint people have about turkey.
Dry turkey's the worst.
Meat.
You better have great gravy if you got dry turkey.
Or good cranberry sauce. Yeah.
Good sides. Cook it upside down. Literally cook it with the breasts down and the moisture will flow into the breast. And then flip it over before it's done to brown the skin, to crisp up the skin for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. You got to have the right tools for that. There's these kind of like there's just big metal forks, and you put one on each side and flip it over. It's a big job, but you can do this. Butter helps. Basting helps. And put butter under the skin. I put butter under the skin of my turkey.
Ooh,
but butter the skin and that'll help to dry up moisten up the turkey. Keep it dry. People inject it with melted butter throughout the course of the day. It works. It really works.
Wow.
What's your favorite side dish? What do you got to have on the table? What do you ask your mom to make? Brady, what do you ask your mom that's got to be there or it's not Thanksgiving?
I mean, classic rolls for me. If there's no bread, there's no carbs in there, then it's a rough day. I mean, I know you're going to dislike the thing that I would boot off the table.
Okay, what is it? Let me hear it.
The cranberry sauce. I'm not a huge fan of that. I knew I was on the show the other day when you guys were talking about it, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, am I the only one?
No, that's okay. That's okay. Everybody's got some that.
It's cranberries. It's not okay. Cranberry sauce is like the perfect
now
sweet and sour
it's an attack.
compliment.
Not for me, buddy. You're
to
all
everything else on the table. You can put it on literally any. I would put it on pumpkin pie.
All right, then what's the one thing that you would kick off the average Thanksgiving table?
I would kick off green bean casserole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's valid.
Yeah. It's kind of awkward to eat. It never
with the soup
stays
inside,
together.
Right?
Yeah.
With the onions, the crispy onions on top, right?
There's just better ways to do green beans.
Okay. My mother-in-law said the same thing. I'm not having it this year.
Really?
We're having fresh asparagus instead.
Put some garlic on that?
You betcha. Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. I was listening this morning. Brock Hewitt actually said, not his least favorite side, his second least favorite side of all is pumpkin pie. And I get it.
What?
That's why I get it. I love pumpkin pie. I love and live for this time of year because pumpkin pie is back. It's finally the season. But I guess that's why people bring apple pies too. Apple and pumpkin are the two pies. You put it there, maybe a nice berry pie.
I categorically disagree with that because a dessert is not a side. It's a whole separate part of the meal. You can't say you don't like pumpkin pie as a side. It's dessert. It's totally different.
Take it up with Brock.
I'll take it up with Brock. I disagree. I do love pumpkin pie, and I'll defend it to the death.
I love pumpkin pie.
It's not a side.
It's not fair enough. You know what I love is I love sweet potatoes. but I'm not a marshmallow guy. You know, people who I get it, but that's the beauty of Thanksgiving, especially if you got a big family and a lot of get-togethers. People can bring different variations on sides.
No, it's sweet enough. My favorite sweet potato recipe has almost like a chimichurri with lime
Really?
as a topping, and it's so good. It's in the Ottolenghi Simple Cookbook.
Oh, I love this.
And it really perfectly complements the sweetness of the potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
highly cilantro,
Yeah,
lime.
no, I know the chimichurri
a little bit
sauce.
of garlic.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good.
You've opened my mind. I like this.
Yeah, I'm also anti-marshmallow, so.
There you
Too
go.
sweet. It's too sweet.
Well, I love y'all, and I wish y'all could be at the table with me this year. I really wish I had a bigger gathering than we're going to have, but it's going to be wonderful. I hope you all out there have a wonderful gathering. If you're driving to or hosting this year, do whatever makes your guests happy, and don't judge. Don't judge. If Brady's not a fan, it's okay. And the role, I didn't even think about it, but the roles are paramount. Good roles are paramount.
They are clutch.
The truth is, any judging that I'm doing about other people not liking things just means there's more for me to eat, right?
Fair enough. We'll have your text when we come back. We'll wrap up our show for this shortened holiday week. We'll be right back.
The holidays are here and we all want to celebrate in style, but sometimes stubborn fat and loose skin keeps us from looking and feeling our best. Stacey Rost here. Imagine a simple one-day solution. Introducing ProSculpt, the treatment everyone is talking about. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe, gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while you're fully awake. ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas, your waistline, face, neck, arms, and thighs. Avoid wasting time and money on gimmicky lasers or fat-freezing methods. ProSculpt is one and done. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat, tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. Celebrate the holidays and get yourself a gift with a free consultation and get $250 off. Schedule at ProSculpt.com for powerful, permanent fat removal and skin tightening. It's ProSculpt.com.
It's clogged again.
Your drain?
Just had it cleared.
You didn't call Apollo Plumbing.
How can you tell?
Because your drain's clogged again.
So frustrating.
We can clear that drain.
That's what the last guy said.
We'll clear it, guaranteed.
He said that too.
Apollo Plumbing will clear your drain, or it's free.
Wait, what?
Apollo Plumbing clears your drain.
Or it's free?
Yep.
What's the catch?
No catch.
Fine print?
Apollo Plumbing clears your main drain for $83.
$83, or it's free?
And we'll even give you a camera inspection.
Because?
It's the best way to find what's causing your clog.
But that's extra.
Nope. Included.
No extra charge?
Not 1 cent.
$83, or it's free.
All it takes is an accessible outside cleanout.
And an Apollo plumber.
No clog is safe from Apollo Plumbing.
And just like that, my main drain is...
Draining again.
How can you...
Apollo plumbers are that good.
$83, or it's free.
You call, we come.
My drain's draining again.
Guaranteed.
$83, or it's free.
As it should be.
Apollo Plumbing.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Step into Seahawks game day at the Pro Shop, where the roar of the 12s begins. And official Seahawks gear is always within reach.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
This is the Pro Shop. Visit the official store of the Seattle Seahawks, located at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton.
Well, holiday season is approaching, and this year we're actually hosting at the Salk House, Thanksgiving no less. I think we have the cooking covered, turkey, stuffing, maybe even going to try some homemade applesauce. But what about the atmosphere? The house has to be warm enough, the winter cold coming in, and that's why you make sure you have a properly insulated home from Crawl Pros. They came to my house, checked my attic and crawl space, found a little issue with the insulation, and they got everything fixed. If your home has damaged insulation, if your home has no insulation in the attic or crawl space, get it fixed before the cold weather really comes. If you're a PSE customer and your home was built before 1990, you could qualify to receive a rebate on up to 95% to properly insulate your crawl space and attic. Plus, if you want to combine your local rebates with federal tax credits, you gotta act now. Federal tax credits are set to expire at the end of this year. If you're worried about critters, mold, water damage, plumbing issues, or anything else related to your crawl space or attic, call Crawl Pros or visit crawlpros.com.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Whatever temperatures this winter brings, your friendly and knowledgeable Bryant dealer is ready to help. Your dealer is committed to achieving a high level of training and skills backed by outstanding products from one of the industry's most trusted names, Bryant. Whether you need a quick fix or an entirely new heating system, your local Bryant dealer will do whatever it takes for your family's comfort.
Schedule an appointment today. Visit BryantNorthwest.com for a dealer near you. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Care Partners Senior Living is growing. Amanda here. We are very excited to introduce our newest communities in Port Orchard, Sumner, and North Creek Bothell, bringing compassionate, quality care at an affordable price, closer to more of you. Visit carepartnersliving.com today.
Hurry, time's running out. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in-store.
It's here, the Light the World giving machines at the Alderwood and South Hill malls. With a swipe of your credit card, donate a chicken, school supplies, meals, and more. Go to givingmachinewa.org.
Choosing a company to replace your windows and doors can be like throwing a dart blindfolded. With so many options, how do you hit the bullseye? Adrian here, owner of Lake Washington Windows and Doors. We know it's a challenge, but our team is committed to guiding you with patience, knowledge, and professionalism. And that commitment is why you voted us Best in the Northwest for 2025. So thank you. To celebrate, we're offering an incredible 5-year, zero-interest financing plus 15% off until the end of the month. For quality comfort and peace of mind, visit lakewashingtonwindows.com.
Welcome back, everybody. You know, one of the best things about doing this job is interacting with you, the audience, and we always appreciate your input in the show. Whether it's a really serious topic that we have genuine disagreement, Jake and I, or just something silly, like whether or not, you know, canned cranberry is revolting, as some of our texters have mentioned. We love the fact that you guys get involved. So, Laura, if you wouldn't, with any further ado, why don't you kick us off with some of our Thanksgiving texts?
Yeah. Rick in the 425 says, to Spike, as much as I respect your canned cranberry gel, it was my mother's favorite, I make a homemade cranberry gel with orange and lemon zest that my wife wants year-round.
Hey, man, if it's good, don't get me wrong. I can appreciate different variations on the recipe. It's just, for me, I love that slab. I love that rounded slab. Kevin in 206 says, I love Spike's cooking tips. Mayo spread on salmon on a grill is the bomb. It just re-moistens the oils of the fish. My father-in-law taught me that. That's right. You're right, Kevin. It was my father-in-law who gave me that tip.
On airport pickup tips, Joe in Shoreline says, our daughter flies in at night when it's super busy, so we now make her take the train to Angle Lake, thank you, and pick her up there. An extra 30 minutes for her, but far easier for us. And
Sully was on with us earlier, giving us some SeaTac hacks about the ways to make the best of the very worst travel time and airport pickups of the year. You can find those on our YouTube channel. You can find them on the podcast. The train, Sully mentioned, have them take the train to the Quill station. Have them take it to Angle Lake, meet them there, avoid that whole drive, that 45 minutes last night. Laura, you were stuck in 45 minutes from the exit to the door.
I got home after midnight.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, man. Ken in Everett has, I think, my favorite tip. It might be any of Sully's. He says, we tell our friends to hop on the Hilton Hotel shuttle, and we pick them up at the hotel.
Can you do that without being a guest at the Hilton Hotel?
I think you could maybe, quietly
Ken in Everett is riding dirty. I like it. Doug at Mount Vernon says, Laura, don't broadcast your airport hacks. Everyone's going to copy. No, we want you guys. We didn't actually share the very best one. You and Sully and I conspired. We all have the very same airport hack that we did not share with you, the audience.
True.
But if you text us, maybe we'll let you know what our secret hack is. because it's a really, really good one. On the robot Olaf at Disney, 253 says, reminds me of the Simpson episode when the Simpsons go to Itchy and Scratchy Land. Yeah, and the robots go haywire. That's what worries me about little Olaf. It's not just some kid will tackle and break him. It's that these things, that's an awful lot of trust you're putting in robotics.
On chaining up your car, 425 says, Laura, I got you. Get yourself an all-wheel drive car if you don't already have one. And during the winter, just run studless snow tires on it, and you will likely never need the chains, other than to show them to the State Patrol when they are required for everyone else. I've been driving for 30 plus years this way with zero issues.
And 425's never had to put chains on? That's just luck. You're tempted fate. Don't say that out loud. Turn around 3 times, spit. Cutting back on holiday spending, Dean in the East Side says, your time is a wonderful gift. Boy, isn't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
When Melissa this year, my wife had, what she wanted for her birthday was an experience. That's why we went to the blacksmith class.
Yeah, time with your family.
Yes, and we all made knives out of horseshoes.
Which is so your family, by the way.
Yeah, right, it is.
Let's not make rings or let's make
flour.
knives.
Let's make knives and then throw them at each other because we love them so much. Jeff in Lakewood says, I just give year-round. I give year-round when I can instead of piling it on in December. It's just pressure for December. He's not wrong.
T in Conway says, go to holiday craft fairs to buy your gifts. Not only will you find unique things for really reasonable prices, but you're also supporting local crafters and artists.
That's a great idea. Layla says, this is the 4th year my family hasn't bought gifts for each other. Everybody's happy, nobody's stressed, and just one day as a family to hang out for coffee or a great dinner and then come home. That's nice.
And Connie in Seattle says, find experiences for relatives out of town or get a book from their local bookstore. We have family in Canada, and it is not cheap to mail there. Mailing homemade jam turned out to be very expensive.
On the huge fee increase for foreign visitors to our national parks, Jason in Portrait says, state parks need to do the same thing. Park traffic is insane. Next year, during the World Cup, ferries need a surcharge for non-residents. Wow, that's not a bad idea.
On jury duty, Benny the tugboat expert says, I was on a jury in a murder case, and it was fascinating.
Oh, tell me more. 360 says, jury summons goes in the trash every time I get one. It's not certified mail. They can't prove you got it. My God. Well, you're not wrong.
To be fair, 360 says, when I owned my own business, they would keep me in limbo every day. I would have to cancel clients every day, and I was broke. And then if I got selected, I knew I would go bankrupt. So I had to make it look like I was crazy so I wouldn't be chosen.
Not a bad idea. Doug in Mount Vernon says, 12 angry men. Is that an easy day on the text line for Laura? That's an everyday for Laura, yeah.
On Thanksgiving movies, and Bruce Springsteen, Nick in Polsbo says, Spike, go to the Bainbridge Island Theater and see the movie. It's a great little theater.
I'm thinking I'm going to do that while this breaks.
It's really
over
cute.
Yeah.
And if I'm remembering correctly, there's a really nice little wine bar across the street.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice. Carlton 253 says, go see Rental Family. We loved it.
And so does 206. Spike, I just saw Rental Family and loved it. Original story and very touching. Don't miss it.
Nice. We want to thank you guys for joining us today. I know it's a holiday weekend and you've got a lot of stuff going on. We appreciate your time. To all of you out there, have a safe and wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. Enjoy the things that really matter. Take time to appreciate the gifts in your life. And we will be back on Monday with a full-fledged show. We'll have some best of shows for Thursday and Friday.
Got some best ofs that I put together for Thursday and Friday that are going to be great.
I'm very thankful you did that,
You can listen
Laura.
to us tomorrow and Friday too.
Thank you very much. John Curley's in next. You guys have a great, safe holiday weekend. We will see you back here. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy each other.
Wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving from KIRO News Radio and the John Curley Show.
I'll share with you the Curley tradition, which is that we all go around the table and say the one thing we are grateful for. I think it gives everybody an opportunity to learn from each other and to reflect on the year. And my only advice to everyone is don't be the last to go, because there's a pretty good chance someone's going to steal your line. Go second or third. Happy Thanksgiving.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with zero investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
Join KIRO News Radio and Treehouse for the 37th Annual Holiday Magic, providing holiday gifts and year-round support for children in foster care and youth statewide. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hello, friends. John Curley here. Ladies, this one's for you. Retirement can feel uncertain. Women live longer and often manage finances alone. Madrona Financial's Growing Her Wealth Workshop is a free Zoom event to help you build income, protect savings, and time Social Security and Medicare. December 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Married, single, widowed, divorced, working, or retired. Learn in a supportive space. Reserve your spot. Call 833-673-7373.
For over 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has been the one locals trust for honest pricing, expert service, and guaranteed repairs. This dedication has earned them a Carfax Preferred designation. At Bucky's, every customer gets detailed Carfax updates, timely service reminders, and a full service history, all at your fingertips. With 16 family-owned locations, no appointment needed, and easy financing, Bucky's makes auto care simple. Visit Bucky's.com today and drive with confidence. Bucky's.com.
Your best source for local news, KIRO News Radio.